It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, back at it, Rothman and Ice. Not so rando Tuesday style. Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, and TLC. Good to see you, fellas.
It's good to see you, my man. You good over there today?
I'm good because I think we're going to have a pop-up Ryan Day presser.
Okay.
You always like a good pop-up store, and I'm happy that Bishop and Friends decided to delay him for us and kick him to us. So that's always cool. We like to start that way.
Yeah.
Just say when.
Is he sitting there? Is he speaking?
Bad. Then I can make a cut up of 30.
Take it away, Coach.
There you go.
So, we're in camp flushing through all those. I think when you get more of a body of work, and then you can start to identify trends as opposed to one-off situations. A guy slips, maybe the protection wasn't good, maybe someone jumped the route on defense. All those things come into play when you're in preseason camp. So, I've seen these now long enough to know that we need to play through it and let these guys get a body of work before we start making hard decisions on that. But again, there's been a lot of positives.
Right next door, Patrick Murphy. Ryan, you've talked about Austin being going back to last season.
Yeah.
Why does he make sense at right now?
Well, first off, when you look at his size compared to the guys we've had in the past, he has plenty size. When you look at his athleticism, he's athletic enough and his strength is that way. So I've gone through it with Mick and with Tyler to see, does he have enough length? Does he have enough size to play the position? The answer is yes. And he was very comfortable there in the spring. So we're seeing some things out of him, this offseason in terms of leadership, just taking on, great voice in that room. He was an Iron Buckeye. So all these things are leading us to believe that he can be our left tackle moving forward. But, or Austin? Yeah, so he's getting work at left right now. Yep, and but now, again, primary positions, secondary positions, these things are all into play, but we believe that he can do that. He can play left tackle for us. We certainly know he can play guard. Ethan, Phil, those guys are all playing. Ian Moore. So those guys are rolling and getting a lot of reps. You guys saw in the first 3 days we've been getting a ton of reps. Now we're on one field, going 1s, 2s, and 3s. So kind of like with the quarterbacks, we'll let this thing play out and see where we're at. But I will say that Austin's, shown that he can do it. He can play tackle.
Well, that's your Cameron T. Brown. Ryan, kind of off that, if Austin's getting work at left, I'm assuming Ethan's getting work with both right and left, or?
Yep, yeah, and he's also got a little work at guard, too. Yeah, because as we know, it's a long year. We have to be able to do that. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we certainly learned a lot from coming off of last year. So we'll continue to cross-train, but as time goes on, it's more like 80-20, then more like 60-40, maybe in the spring.
To the right here, Bill Rabinowitz.
Specifically about Julian, what have you liked about him, and what are things that you need to improve on?
Yeah, for Julian, what do we like? There's a lot to like. He's very smart, makes quick decisions. The ball comes out of his hand. He's accurate. I think he's got good movement. He's got good quickness. He's got twitch, like in his lower half, but he's got like twitch in his upper half. Remember how quick the ball used to come out of Dwayne's hands? It's similar with Julian. And so, and I think he's building more and more of a command on the field. So those are all reasons to like him, and he's improved. He wants to be good. He knows what it takes. And so those guys they're battling their tail off right now. And I think they're both, first off, they're friends, Julian and Lincoln, and then Tavian's, coming along too, and that room's growing. But I think they're all good for each other in a lot of different ways. Those guys, that has to be the best room in the country. That's the way we look at it. But to answer your question, those are the positives that we see out of Julian.
Well, let's hear Dan Hooper. Ryan, just going back to the offensive line, how do you feel about the overall state of where that position group is right now, both in terms of starters?
Yeah, I would say we're still developing the starters. Depth, I feel good. I feel like we have guys, for the first time in a while where, you get into like the 8th or 9th or 10th guy and you're like, well, I feel like that he's going to play for us this year. Maybe in the past we didn't quite feel that way. But the question is like, all right, well, how's this going to play out in terms of the starting five? And, who's the 6th guy in? That's where all the competitions are right now. But the good news is we've got a lot of guys to work with.
We'll do two more. First one, Tim May.
Back in the previous century, when you were competing for the starting job at New Hampshire, what did you tell yourself every morning when you got up? What got you through, the competition? Because you want to be buddies with the guy, but you also want to beat him. I mean, do you think about what they're thinking about, you know what I mean, in these kind of situations?
That's a great question. When I think back on that, and one of my close friends to this day is one of the quarterbacks that was in that room. And you spend so much time together, and the easy thing when you're early on is to kind of hate the guy that you're going against, and then you spend so much time with them, they become your best friends. All that being said, you want to play. And when you're in high school, you're used to being the guy, and there's a certain level of comfort that comes with that. And when you're competing with somebody, you're kind of always looking over your shoulder, and that's not a great feeling, but it's a healthy feeling, because you know that you have to hold yourself to a certain standard. You're not allowed to have a bad day, and you certainly can't have bad plays. So when you're going through that competition, it's not a comfortable feeling, but that's okay. That's part of the process. And just go back to that. If I could talk to my former self in that spot, I would say, be the hardest worker, outwork the room, but control the things that you can control. Things like the team, commanding the huddle, commanding the line of scrimmage, your body language, your leadership. Like, those things make a big difference. Probably more than just, being, 12 of 15 during 7-on-7, if that makes sense.
Who's that other guy, by the way?
Oh, who are the guys in the room?
The guy you said you're still friends with.
Matt Casano's his name. Yeah.
Ryan, sometimes you're in a spot where you have an established returning quarterback and there's not much question about who the starter's going to be, and sometimes you're in a spot like this with an open competition. Is there anything that an open competition into August is good for a team, good for a room, that there's positives in that, or is it just something you have to go through when you don't have the number one guy you established?
Yeah, I know. I think there's positives and negatives to everything. I think you can look at it that way. There's positives, I guess, to having an incumbent, but the positives of having a competition is that every day you got to bring it, and every day you got to put your best guys out there to figure out who's making progress and who isn't. And guys are always on edge. They're uncomfortable. They're working at it. And I think that's healthy for the entire building.
Coach, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yep.
Thank you, Coach. Well done. Little pop-up presser there, little O-line depth, some quarterback talk, Matty, and we'll be diving into that today. So, boy, you can just hear it in his voice, though. There's just a different sense of, I don't know, how would you put it, Matty? The confidence that he has now, despite the Michigan losing streak. There is a different vibe. Now, he's always, to me, sounded confident at a podium. I always have said this about Ryan Day. He comes off very relatable. Mm-hmm. I think he's not a pounder of the desk guy. He isn't that guy. I don't think he looks for the cheap media shot, like we're asked to undress a guy in the presser, for a question. He's complimentary. I've always felt that way about him. And now coming off a national title, there is a certain vibe. I've said this before, after they won the title, the stuff that you could sell before you won the title, you always would sell that. But now you really can lean into it because you have the results. So when you sell stuff like, hey, if a guy's coming here for money, he's not our guy. If, this, and this, you want to be a part of the brotherhood, the culture, you can say all that and mean it, but you don't know if it's going to penetrate to the recruit. Now that they've actually done it and they went through the gauntlet and they won those games, now when he preaches adversity and what we overcame and a team coming together and not letting one game sink us, honestly, it really can work for him. Now, he's got to reset this year, and I think they've done a pretty good job trying to reset and try to pick a quarterback here. But it's interesting to hear him say, we got Austin Saraveld now. Well, wait a minute. Somebody said, wait, left tackle?
I think it was Pat Murphy.
Because they were asking about right tackle. And you and I looked at each other and we're like, listen, the guy earned Iron Buckeye honors winter and summer.
Yeah, had a good offseason.
Yeah, everyone would be blown away. Oni Anwa was brought in to be the starting left tackle. And then all of a sudden today, it's Austin, we're trying him out at left as well.
There's been a lot of hype around Austin this all season, and maybe it's just, hey, we're somewhat early on in the process. Let's see what we have here with moving him to left tackle and maybe moving some other guys to the interior of the offensive line. I think you can play those games right now. Either way, Austin's going to be an impactful player for them down there in the trenches, and I think he'll be throwing a lot of dudes out of the club. But going back to what you're saying, I think what's in a odd way, what's fortunate for this Ohio State team this year is that I think it's rare to where you accomplish the ultimate goal and then turn the page to the offseason and still feel like you left a little meat on the bone. And I think that could actually work out well for this year's team. And it's two things for me. It's obviously the Michigan stuff, but it's also a lot of guys that are trying to make themselves household names. And there's going to be a lot of hunger within this team to prove that this is the reason why I'm here at Ohio State, and this is the reason why you as a player want the coaches to rely on you. So I think the energy and the focus of this year's team will be right. And the leaders of this year's team aren't going to allow the young guys to look anywhere else other than what we have to do week in and week out, because I truly believe they have great leaders over there that are about nothing but action. Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, Jeremiah Smith, these guys aren't big talkers. They're going to put in the work and show the guys that are next in line, this is what we got to do to get to the top of the mountain, because now they know.
The expectation has never changed, but now that they're coming off a title, all these guys feel they got to live up to that bar again. All right, he was the first in, so let's read into that. We'll do it next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver, leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Juice box. I'm a mom.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check. Oh, hot sauce. Take it.
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins, a balloon. Wait one sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line, $100 per month on Experience Beyond. Finance agreement $829.99 and qualifying ported. For well-qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay out via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
It's Child's Play to donate your car, truck, RV, or boat to Ronald McDonald House Charities of Central Ohio. They'll pick it up free of charge, steer you through the paperwork, and a hefty tax deduction rolls your way as you help provide a home away from home for families of seriously ill, hospitalized children. For more information about donating your vehicle to Ronald McDonald House Charities, visit rmhc-centralohio.org or call 614-CARS-HELP. That's 614-CARS-HELP.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out there.
So my teenage son just went out in sweatpants and a hoodie. It's 98 degrees. At least I know he'll be cool in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge.
Get too hot?
My phone.
Oh, your phone. Should have known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Hello, big voice guy here. I've been hired to tell you all about the Fans YouTube channel. Did you know you can immerse yourself in Buckeye goodness like Austin and Burb's daily podcast, The Beat? Yes, sirree, Bob. Subscribe today.
The outdoor drama Tecumseh is back this summer. The drama, the history, and the spectacle make Tecumseh one of Ohio's most beloved traditions. Tecumseh has provided thrilling live entertainment for 50 years, and the outdoor theater at Sugarloaf Mountain will provide a safe and memorable experience for your entire family. Get tickets now at tecumsehdrama.com. This message is made possible in part by the Ohio Arts Council. Tecumseh, experience the drama.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will see a mostly sunny day ahead. Humidity is pretty comfortable compared to what we've been dealing with. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s, and we could see some stray showers and storms, although they will be more isolated and few and far between. Partly cloudy skies tonight and lows down into the 60s, and then for Wednesday, plenty of sunshine and highs in the mid to upper 80s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice on 97.1 The Fan.
All right, back at it. Buckeyes doing some media today, checking into camp. I did see, read into it what you want, that Julian Sain was the first to arrive for hotel check-in.
First guy in, last guy to leave type of guy? That's what you're telling me?
Philo action.
Well, there you have it. He's the starter.
I don't know. No, but it's the mindset of a starter. And I don't even know if it's calculated to be that way. I don't know if he saw check-in and said, all right, put me down for 30 minutes prior. Maybe he did it on purpose. Maybe the team felt it was kind of a nudge, like this would be good. I don't know. All I'm saying is he was the first there. And Ryan Day was asked today, Maddie, about competing with a friend, and in the quarterback room, you say everything you want to the media about we're a good group, we root for each other, trying to learn from each other. You say all the right things.
Yeah.
And Ryan Day came out today and said, it's a very, very interesting competition. So read into what you want.
One thing that we, hear from Coach Day a lot is when it comes to the quarterback position specifically, to make the routine play routinely. One thing that jumped out to me in his quick little presser he did today, and he may be saying the same things about Lincoln and I haven't heard it yet, but when he said today that Julian is accurate and makes good decisions, that jumped out to me because that's what he's looking for, is that type of guy to lead this offense and be pinpoint accurate. And when we get in a 2-minute drill or it's a crucial third down and coverage is tight and all that stuff, you know where to go within this offense more times than not. And sometimes that's just doing the boring stuff as a quarterback, right? The check down, throwing it out of bounds to live another play, all those things that it takes, because that was one thing that jumped out to me about Will early on. This time last year, when Will was really in the mix, and then when we started to find out that he was the guy, he made it known, hey, I know that I don't have to be a superhero in this offense because of the guys around me. The play calling will lead me to where I need to go. And we saw that come full circle in the form of a national championship. So that's not the end-all, be-all, but when I did hear him say that today, as far as where the process is, specifically where Julian is in this process, that has to make Coach Day, Coach Hartline feel good, is that looking at Julian right now, where he is with his decision-making within this offense is where you want to be when you're competing, because you're getting in and out of the huddle and you're executing more times than not what needs to be executed.
They know he's talented. They're looking for all that other stuff. You heard him again. don't get caught up in what you can't control when you're in a competition.
Yep, control the controllables.
Commanding the huddle, leading the line of scrimmage, the whole thing. He's looking for the next, quote, field general. He is. And it makes a lot of sense. I think anybody that's been competitive at any point of their life, whether it's sports or business or wherever, you could relate to what Ryan Day was saying. I can relate to it. There are other people I'm sure that can relate to it where you probably had somebody that he was going after the same job or the same industry that you liked, that you knew, but you didn't want to lose out to that person. You pushed yourself because of it.
Look, I'm watching a lot of Love Island right now. Sometimes you're competing for the same guy or girl. You know, you got to do different things. You know,
anything goes there.
Make breakfast, grab some flowers, whatever you got to do. That's what we're talking about. Is that this type of competition? Yeah, I like you. You're my boy. We can go out, have some Raising Cane's after practice or whatever it is. But when we're in here for this 4 to 5 hours a day or whatever that looks like, yeah, I don't want you to succeed. I want to be the guy. That I like when there's some of that going on. You're not going to disrespect your teammate or the team by any means, but this is a massive opportunity for these guys to open up what could be a big-time football career in the future if you can grab a hold of this job right now and be successful in doing so.
Let's spin a little about Julian saying after practice the other day. TLC, what you got?
I'm curious to know why he chose Ohio State.
Well, yeah, when I ended up going to Alabama, I wanted to go play for Coach Saban. And when he retired, I decided to transfer, and Ohio State was just a big decision for me, and I was excited to make it just because the quarterback development history they've had with Coach Day, and the guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud coming before. They've done a great job with quarterbacks, and then just the talent they have at the offensive skill positions. It was definitely a great decision for me, and I couldn't be happier.
That seemed like a real reason. That didn't seem like just saying the right things for the sake of saying the right things. By the way, this is via Off Script, which I just learned is Zach Herbstreit's podcast. I think it's his debut podcast. He just signed with On3.
Yep.
So
that's what this audio is courtesy of. And here's him talking about his favorite target.
He's had a really good offseason. He's gotten bigger and stronger. And he's just he stepped into that leadership role, I think, in a big way. We have a good relationship. He's a really hard worker. Obviously it shows on the field. And he's a great receiver and a great target to throw to.
Take a wild guess who he was talking about.
Yeah, that would be one Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
I wonder how much he'll get asked. It's not his job yet, but about going deeper into that when you have that special of a player and how tough it is to not just throw it to him every time. And what the coaches are telling him about that. Because I'm big in the, yes, he's got to get his touches. But there are games they've won where he didn't get his touches, where he was locking up two guys and making room for others. No one would ever call Jeremiah Smith a decoy. But at times, he gets thrown into that because the defense will try to do their best they can to take him away. You want to give him his chances, or you want to get him into the rhythm early. He's a threat anytime to catch it deep. That'll be interesting, Matty, for a young quarterback on how much, A, he relies on that guy, and then the balance between relying on him and forcing it to him.
And that goes back to the decision-making process, right, of a quarterback and not taking that bait, if you will, because Jeremiah can be covered and be open at the same time. He's that good, right? Like, the guy can be there. You can throw it up to him. He'll moss the guy, and you can move the chains that way. But because of how much talent is around Julian or Lincoln, whoever's going to be the dude, like, you got to have those counters within the offense, right? Like, early on, maybe you go to Carnell Tate. Maybe you go to Max Clear. You go to a running back with the passing game. And that can shift the focus a little bit for defense, and then you're talking second, third quarter in the games, and Jeremiah's going to maybe stumble into some lighter coverages because you can't just leave those guys open. And so that's what I think you want to hammer home, right, for these quarterbacks is that, yes, you have the best wide receiver and offensive player in the country, but you also have other dudes, too, that are NFL caliber talents that the offense can be very balanced in what we do and everybody can eat. And so when you're Coach Hartline, Coach Day, you can draw up a whole bunch of things for Julian or Lincoln to be successful, and he doesn't have to do that. There are going to be situations to where he's going to get the call in his helmet and know this is going to Jeremiah and Jeremiah only because he is built different. But throughout games, you're not going to have to do that. You're not going to have to force feed a guy in Jeremiah Smith because you have other levers you can pull as a quarterback that can stress out defenses as well.
Going to need the running game.
Yeah.
They're going to need Julian or Lincoln to be a really mature guy right away. And that'll be the fun part about watching his competition. I think most of us would be fairly surprised if Julian isn't the guy to start the year. We just heard too much of his name being mentioned, too many like tickers on ESPN.
There was buzz around him last year, right?
The guys talking about him, the former guys talking about him.
And even Jeremiah Smith in that Athletic article he did where he, the Michigan quote kind of took off. Inside that article, he was talking about Julian saying, and he said, that arm is different. He can make any and every throw. Yeah. So he has confidence in Julian already and what he's seen in practice. And, like, if you're Coach Day, everything you hear about Julian is that the dude has a special arm, right? Flick of the wrist stuff, can fling it with the best of them. One of your strengths, if not the ultimate strength of this team, is going to be Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Ennis, and Max Clare, in my opinion. You lean into both strengths, right? It's the arm talent of Julian and what you have at your disposal as a play caller, and that's no doubt the pass catchers.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how both defenses, Texas and Ohio State, attack the young quarterbacks, how much they want to take a risk. I think the Texas certainly would want to bring some heat on Julian if they can, and see if a 6'1" kid who has bulked up a little bit can handle it early. Arch, kind of has the wheels, but he doesn't have a ton of experience either. It'll be very interesting. If you guys, and I'm talking to you guys out there, are not feeling your best, you lack energy, you feel like you should be enjoying life a lot more, you know what I'm talking about. And I've been telling you about Low T Center for years and how important it is for you to find out where you land on the scale. Testosterone replacement therapy could be the answer you've been looking for. You could rebound, have a great outlook going into the fall. They've also been improving the quality of hundreds of thousands of lives for men and now women. So if you're a guy listening and your partner is not feeling her best either, fatigue, moodiness, feeling off, she might benefit from hormone therapy at Low T Center. So they're covering all their bases now, and you can help her get back to her best self. And you know how it affects relationships and jobs and everything else. So if you still haven't taken the T-test, that's what you have to do. Don't wait any longer. Get started on it today. Imagine how great you'll feel, how much she'll feel, and you can visit fixmylowt.com for more info and schedule that appointment. That's fixmylowt.com. We will come back in 2 minutes. Could the Browns have a Deshaun problem again? We'll tell you next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall, and I want to talk to you about the roof over your head. You know that thing that protects your house and everything in it? It's pretty important, and a lot of you are going to have to replace it soon, but be warned. There are companies out there that skip over the biggest part of the process, the attic ventilation. You see, if that attic doesn't have proper circulation, it can cause problems such as mold and rot. You got rot, and not to mention leaks in the wintertime and higher AC bills in the summer. This is one of the reasons I'm telling you about my guys at Victor's Home Solutions. They start with a free 21-point roof inspection, including a thorough inspection of that attic as well. They know that if that ventilation isn't right, that roof's going to be built on a shaky foundation. That's why every Victor's roof comes with a well-thought-out attic ventilation plan, and that's why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. Money-saving discounts and financing incentives are also available. Call for your free 21-point roof inspection and get that estimate today. 866-VICTORS or go to victors.com.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio Sports
Anthony used to ski in his jeans? Are you serious?
No, he's not from New Jersey.
Back to Rothman and Ice.
So I mentioned Deshaun Watson before the break. And I think for most NFL fans and Browns fans specifically, you were probably like, oh, yeah, he's still there. Won't matter. Dude ripped his Achilles. Then he tweaked it again, Maddie? Or
I think he popped it twice.
Yeah.
So never seen that before, by the way. Have you?
No.
A double Achilles tear to the same Achilles in the same year. Wild.
Usually all it takes is one to kind of end it for you.
That was pretty crazy. And then the Greenlaw guy for San Francisco? Remember when he was just trying to jog back onto the field and popped his Achilles? That injury's nasty, man. Tyrese Halliburton goes down in Game 7 of the finals. And you just know when you see it, especially in basketball, you could see in Halliburton, that tendon just rolled up. You could visually see his Achilles tear. It's terrible.
Browns have a messy situation.
Yeah.
They added Tyler Huntley.
Snoop's back.
To some equation here.
He's back. It's just now he's a camp body. They got right.
Yes, because that made it 5, and now they have 6.
Well, their quarterbacks, a couple of them are banged up. Pickett's been dealing with an injury. Shador's had shoulder soreness. I think Dylan Gabriel's dinged up too right now.
He's had a little bit of a tweaked hammy.
You got a guy that knows the offense. He can keep the offense throughout practice flowing at a decent rate. That's why you bring in Tyler Huntley.
So the interesting one for me is that not that Deshaun Watson is still on the team. I think we knew that. It's that what if this guy that's twice torn his Achilles at some point can play? Now, I don't anticipate that would ever get to the point where they'd feel like, even if he is healthy, hasn't practiced enough to feel confident.
Yeah.
But let's hear from Mike Florio, who brought this to the equation, maybe just kind of to stir it up, but there may be some reality in it.
He's going to come running in one day like a kid with straight A's on his report card with that clean bill of health. And the parents are not going to react the same way. It's not going to be, good job, Deshaun. It's going to be, now what do we do? He's healthy and he wants to be on the active roster.
Yeah.
Because that's... Yeah. You can say, no, you're not. We're not putting you on the active roster. We rarely see a fight between player and team where the player says, I'm healthy, and the team says you're not. But that's what we can have. We can have a full-blown grievance under the CBA where Deshaun Watson is fighting the Browns to put him on the active roster or cut him or trade him. Because that's the thing. You got to make a move. You got to put him on the 53-man roster.
Right.
And what do we do? Maybe they do cut him at that point.
I think
that's the game here.
Right. I think that's
when you've already had owner Jimmy Haslam come out and declare that this thing was a disaster. If I'm Deshaun Watson, my only motivation is to get healthy and force that guy to make a decision about me. Because you're going to have to deal with me, Jimmy Haslam. And if you have to cut me, so be it. I'll go somewhere else, and I'll commit myself to becoming your worst nightmare.
Please.
That sounds good.
He's getting paid whether he plays or not. So what he was going to was, and try to fast forward your mind to, that he's healthy, that he's ready, that he wants to do it, that he wants to take the risk this season, or what he's saying is that he would leverage him, not that they would ever start him, because I don't think it would ever get to that point where they'd feel like, wow, he's back.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot again.
There's no way.
I think they'd want to say, all right, go on the PUP list, get paid, go on the PUP list for all of 2025. Obviously, we owe you the money, whether you're here or not. And what he's saying is, because they qualify for maximum insurance coverage and cap relief if he can't play. So what he's saying is, if he can play, the Browns would have to move him to the 53 or release him. That's a fact. I think that part is factually correct. And that could get Watson out of there, because why does Watson really want to be there? So that was his point about leverage. Okay, I'm healthy. If you're not going to put me on the 53, you got to cut me, and then I can just not have to be here. But if Deshaun Watson has any desire to ever play professional football again, and I don't know if he does, I think he'd have to probably try to see this through a little, because I don't know if no one would trade for him.
No, not right now. Not right now, because you can't rely on his availability. You just can't. I mean, he's been in Cleveland for 3 years, and he's played in 19 games.
Unless they gave you something to take him.
Correct. You're saying like another team wants to
Picks,
give you.
yeah,
of course.
Please take him off our hands.
I don't think that's out there. Because who's going to be desperate enough to bring him in?
You'd rather cut him.
Right? Like, this isn't Kirk Cousins when he went down with an Achilles injury, and you're like, well, this dude's been balling, right? The numbers have been good, right? He and Justin Jefferson, this Minnesota offense has been humming. There's not that evidence for Deshaun. And so if Deshaun tries to make this difficult for the Haslams, and look, that was just Mike Florio and how he's wired. Deshaun may not be wired that way. We don't know. But I think if you are Deshaun, and probably the Haslams and the Browns too, it is best that you part ways at some point in time. We know this has just been an absolute failure. If you're Deshaun and if you can still bring home a decent amount of money if you are cut, then you can go elsewhere and try to start your career over with another franchise. I just don't see at all to where Deshaun Watson is going to be doing anything impactful for the Cleveland Browns in the future. He had his opportunities. Unfortunately, he was injured. Couldn't capitalize on those moments. Now it's about what can we do in 2025 and the 2026 draft to find our quarterback of the future. For me right now, I think I can say definitively that I know Deshaun Watson isn't that.
Yeah. I kind of lied. I feel like you can't just cut him. Like, I feel that's the cap nightmare. So that's probably maybe not their best option. Their best option is pup list, pay him. Let's not take the cap hit this year. That's too much to absorb over time. And so releasing him would be an issue. And that's what Florio is probably saying, is that that's a way for him to get out of there. If he didn't like that comment that Haslam made, that it was, quote, a big swing and a miss.
That's his fault, though. He can not like it all he wants. He didn't play well enough. He didn't. The contract itself, we know, isn't good, but he could have helped the contract look like a lot better.
He could have, but in his mind, he's probably thinking, well, I got injured. But you're right.
But in the games he wasn't injured, he didn't ball.
Yeah. So the best outcome is to get him to probably just, hey, man, we're paying you a lot of money. Just do what's best for all of us, not what's only best for you. Like, we gave you the biggest guarantee. We backed you personally.
Mm-hmm.
When we had to step in front of microphones and try to PR this thing when you came in with all that perceived baggage.
Yeah.
And even though Haslam said it was a big swing and a miss, now the player may not want to hear that, because that's basically putting him out to pasture. That's saying that that's it. There's no future outcome. We're happy to pay him, but he'll never play for us again. Like, you're basically put it in a box and close it. So when he says, why would Watson want to do Haslam any favors? I can somewhat understand. It's the money that he gave him a lot of.
230 million reasons why. That's why you do him a favor.
And proving him wrong, I don't know if he'd be able to do that right away anyway.
No. I don't think he steps foot on a football field in 2025. We're talking a double Achilles tear.
I don't know why I would force it if I was him. The only reason you would force it is to have them release you.
Correct. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm ready.
Yeah, I can still get my money.
You're going to have to put me on the 53-man roster, or if you don't want me to take up a spot.
The Browns cannot allow him to take up a roster spot this year. That would just be crazy town.
The fact that they have now 6 quarterbacks up there.
Huntley will be gone.
Pretty awesome.
In a couple of weeks, he'll be gone. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, this is about Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, and Shador. And even then, I think they should cut that thing down to 3. Deshaun Watson is just out of sight, out of mind. If he wants to make this difficult, then we can have the conversation. We shall see if it comes to that. But as we sit here right now, Kevin Stefanski, Jimmy Haslam shouldn't be thinking about Deshaun Watson until it becomes
I wasn't thinking about him until I heard that this morning.
Right.
Honestly, I don't think any Browns fan was.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, he's probably around.
And you're not even hoping, I think, if you're a Browns fan, that we're waiting on Deshaun to come back. Based off of what?
Save us.
Based off of what?
No, they've been searching for his replacement since the draft.
And the guy that brought you some promise, I guess, shouldn't use promise, but a guy that brought you some joy as a fan is back on the roster, in Joe Flacco. That's the guy they're invested in, and some of these young guys. You're not worried about number 4.
Just looked up an old quote this is from Andrew Berry. The trade hasn't gone as we hoped or anticipated.
You think?
Hasn't gone how Deshaun has hoped or anticipated. I think certainly a big part of it is the stop-start with availability and that we never have gotten consistent performance at that position. You summed it up pretty well.
They were desperate at the time. This has been a franchise, as we know, that's been desperate for decades to find somebody that week in and week out, year in and year out, can be your guy at the time. So on both sides, it was a franchise that was starved at the most important position and looked at a guy that had been playing at a high level. And then on the other side, if you're Deshaun, you had, 2 or 3 teams from the NFC South that were competing for your services. And then a team comes in and says, we got $230 million guaranteed for you. There's not going to be, I think, any player that says no to that deal because we don't ever really see those deals.
No, and for a guy like that talent, and the Browns have been struggling quarterback star for a long time to find the difference maker. And so trying to relive that, the only thing that we really were debating a lot was how did you do that based off all the allegations?
Right. That was a little nasty work.
It was tough right out of the get-go.
No doubt.
But they didn't re-sign Jameis. They traded for Kenny Pickett. And
one that got away is playing well in Tampa.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Where's DTR right now?
He is in Philly?
Yeah, probably Philly.
Wait, no.
They gave him, because he went with the pick.
Is he in Philly?
I think so.
I think their quarterback room consists of Jalen Hurts, DTR, and Kyle McCord. I think's down there cooking.
All right, speaking of quarterbacks, we come back with Joe Burrow tipping his hand on what this season means. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
The only workplace in America to participate in the Doorknob Fart Game. And we also play office basketball and sometimes do radio. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I got the nicest Google review today. Dewey from Gehanna said, we cannot believe we are able to get the Pella look and quality at the cost we did.
I got a review too. Listen to this. These windows were great. Oh boy. For about a year. Looks like I'll need to renew, in quotes for some reason, my windows way too soon. Repeat customer?
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers, and you want to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Juice box. I'm a mom.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check. Oh, hot sauce. Take it.
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins, a balloon. Wait one sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line, $100 per month on Experience Beyond. Finance agreement $829.99 and qualifying ported. For well-qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay out via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I've got a public service announcement for your taste buds. The legendary Sanders Bumpy Cake is finally here in Ohio. Yes, that Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. Rich devil's food cake topped with smooth buttercream bumps and smothered in thick chocolatey fudge. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. It's the dessert you didn't know you needed until now. Perfect for your next barbecue, tailgate, or a family function. And if you've never had one of these, well, trust me, once you try it, you're going to be hooked. Grab your Sanders Bumpy Cake today at Kroger or Meijer and taste what the hype's all about.
How many different ways can you consume morning juice? Let's see. Live on YouTube, live on the Fans HD3 podcast on demand, and on 10 TV Plus. And we'll send by you right to your house.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
The Fan.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Federal Elite Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Anthony finally hit a hole-in-one.
It's in the hole. So now what? Just bask in the glory? And that's how she wrote. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Joseph Burrow. How can he top himself?
I saw his pops was down there today, AR practice, walking around with Mike Brown. You know?
Really?
Yeah. Joey B.
Faja?
Yeah, he's down there at practice today and rolling around with the owner of the team. You know? You can do that when you get the deal done. Deal's been done. Took care of my son. I'll come hang out with you. $55 million a year, baby.
I heard some great things about your cafeteria down here and the way you treat the families of players.
The fact that they still make players walk across the street to their practice facility is wild.
Yeah, but the Packers ride little bicycles.
I'm here for that, but they don't have to walk across the street.
But it's not like they're going to get hit.
Saying you never know.
It gets blocked off.
I would hope. It is a cool look, though, when you're driving over that bridge down there in Cincinnati. You can see the practice field right there. It has to be pretty cool to see them down there putting in work. But the facilities in Cincinnati have been not been highly graded or highly touted.
Yeah, but you get to hear the best sound on earth, which is cleats on concrete.
It used to be
pretty underrated sound.
Yeah, now there's no more. Now there's no more metal golf spikes, so you can't hear that anymore.
I can hear that in my head right now. Just the clacking.
Yeah, that's right.
No doubt.
So I remember when they started doing the practice walk, didn't the Bengals ban reporters from recording it or something?
Oh, I don't know. They shoot videos of them now walking in. Maybe that was years ago. I don't know.
Jay Morrison of Pro Football Network. Let me see when this was. This was last fall. Tweeted that Cincinnati has stopped reporters from taking pictures of players as they cross the street to participate in practice. Quote, apparently the Bengals are a little thin-skinned about the dumb wisecracks of them making the players cross a city street, cross a runway to have you stare at my face. They're not allowing pictures or videos to be taken on a public sidewalk from the practice field side of the street.
Because they're on a public sidewalk.
They're tired of getting dunked on.
The entrance of the Bengals practice fields is located in the corner of West Pete Rose Way and Central Ave.
So what, like your credentials are going to get taken from you?
Exactly.
They reserve the right. No shoes, no shirt, no dice. Learn it, know it, live it. They might be able to say, yeah, you violated our rules. I don't think they do it anymore. Right? We saw the video.
I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. I've seen videos this year of guys walking it.
Central Ave is a pretty major road that runs along Route 52 near the Ohio River there. Listen, I don't know how long's the walk.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not even that big of a deal because it doesn't matter when it really comes down to the football side of things. I just think for an NFL franchise, maybe we can make the facilities a little better and make the trip out to the practice field a little smoother.
You're the only ones without an indoor stadium too, right?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is they could have a little people mover.
I think they go inside. Yeah. I think there is an indoor facility available for practice. Okay. I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah.
Where are those practice fields? They do have some sort of a bubble.
They do. Yeah, they do.
What was I saying? The Joe Burrow situation on playing in the preseason.
Yeah.
So I understand why people would want to bubble wrap him and only put him out there when it counts and try to control what you can control. They need to start fast. They need him to feel confident. If Joe wants it, then I want it for him. I think he's at the point of his career and the importance of it where he could go to Zach and say, let's not risk it. I'm good. I'll be on the headset. I'll going through mental reps. I'll be involved in everything. But if Joe said to him, I just want to feel something in the preseason. I want to feel a little bit of a rhythm, something where I can just get out there, throw the pads on, have another team be on the other side. I'll get rid of the ball fast. Let me read you what Paul, by the way, they play at the Browns, home against Jacksonville, at Minnesota, at Denver, home against Detroit, at Green Bay. That's their first 6 weeks. They have to start fast. So I thought that our guy, Paul Daner, who wrote about this today, said that they're aiming for 1 quarter-ish for Burrow and the starters on Thursday. And he reminds everyone that his history of playing the preseason is 1 pass, a wide receiver screen in 2021. 1 series, 8 dropbacks last year. Only 1 did he hold the ball, Matty, for longer than 2.5 seconds.
And that's exactly what you're going to see on Thursday.
Taylor said, you have a little Zach. Well, I don't think you have him on this, but we'll get to the Glaze-a-Palooza in a second. Taylor said not just several series Thursday, but planning for more than that at Washington on August 18th. So the storyline of the Bengals in the preseason is if we don't start fast, it's a nightmare again. It's an uphill climb, and they want to make sure they feel as good as they can going into the season.
Each of the last 3 years, the Bengals have dropped their first 2 games, and they were 0-3 last year. And when you play in an AFC, especially a crowded AFC at the top, man, those games are so important because you nearly missed the playoffs the last 2 years. And so when you have the Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens, those 3 teams up top that are probably going to be anywhere between 10 to 13-ish wins, yeah, you got to get rolling right now. And so I like this plan. You just got to hope, I think, if you're a Bengals fan, that on Philly's side of things on Thursday that they're not talking about rolling out Jalen Carter and all those dudes on the D-line, especially when Cincinnati themselves are dealing with some question marks on the interior of their offensive line at guard. But you get some good-on-good work with the Super Bowl champs. You get some good-on-good work next week with the team that was in the NFC Championship game. Yeah, I think you soak this in as much as you can while also protecting yourself. And I think you touched on the ball coming out quick. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of that. But there's only so much stuff in practice that I think can really replicate what you're going to get in games against another opponent. And so, yeah, fingers crossed, obviously, that these guys stay healthy. But every single day that these guys go out there, practice, preseason game, no matter what it is, the sport is violent. You can get hurt doing anything at any given time.
Yeah, like I said, it's not ideal. You don't want to take a chance if you can help it. And like I said, I mean, these guys, they're fairly smart. I mean, Joe's smart. He's not going to hang on to the ball.
No.
Now, can he control what's happening on the other side of the field? If a guy wants to take a cheap shot at him or hit him when the ball's gone? No. I can't protect that. That I can't control. I don't think it would happen. Can he control a lineman getting blocked back into him somehow? No,
nope.
He can't. And so I'm not here to tell you it's the smartest thing in the world. I'm just telling you if he wants it, then it's on him.
And those things that you mentioned could happen against his own teammates in practice.
And it has happened to Brad where he's rolling out. And
yeah, just
now
freakish
we got
stuff.
Calf strain or something.
Yeah, right. Freakish stuff can happen. So, again, I don't think you want to hear that Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter are going to be out there for a whole bunch of snaps, but you can only do so much. So get out there, get some work in, and get off the field.
All right, you'll hear from Zach next, top of the hour, and Are they the most overrated team going into the season? I'm talking college ball. You'll hear it next. Second hour on the way. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Common man, radio veteran, has a large hemorrhoid. Timmy Hall, a good, clean boy, moonlights as man's hemorrhoid. Common man and Timmy.
Weekdays at 3.
The Fan.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out there. So my teenage son just went out in sweatpants and a hoodie. It's 98 degrees. At least I know he'll be cool in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge. Get too hot?
I need my phone.
Oh, your phone. Should've known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Hey, it's Bobby Carper. When was the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without groaning step by step? Hey, that was me. And I had to deal with that from all the years of playing football. But I went and saw my friends over at QC Kinetics, and it disappeared. I didn't have to tough it out anymore. Call over QC Kinetics with Dr. Wolkoff and get your free consultation. It's regenerative medicine, folks. There are thousands of patients who will tell you that they wish they would have done it sooner, just like I did. I'm glad I did, and my experience was tremendous. You go in, you have a consult, they lay out the plan, they talk about it. It's no pills, it's no scalpels. It's just your own body's biologics treating you and helping heal you. So find out if you're a good candidate. Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices all around Central Ohio, so be sure to go and check them out.
Looking to launch a career in the skilled trades but don't know where to begin? Part-time service in the Ohio Army National Guard can help. You can kickstart your career by enlisting in one of our many trades-based jobs. Get paid to learn these skills and gain on-the-job training when you report to your unit 1 weekend a month or 2 weeks in the summer. To learn how the Guard can pay for your civilian trade certification, visit nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward. When we say we want to lose weight, we mean fat, not muscle. New studies show up to 40% of the weight lost on the new meds is muscle, not fat. Keep your muscle, lose the fat with Awaken 180. Awaken180weightloss.com.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get Wi-Fi.
Yes, we need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
You know, it's not the shoes. It's what you can put in them that makes all the difference. Hey, it's Anthony. I've been a customer at the Good Feet store for a while now, and I'm all about my personally fit arch supports. They support my feet better than all the insoles I've jammed into my shoes over the years. And my Good Feet arch supports help me in a ton of ways, from overall support and balance to stabilizing my heels, and the fact they distribute my body weight, especially when I'm golfing. I literally have spring in my step now. Check them out for yourself. The free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort. It's simple. Just stop by the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. You don't need an appointment, but you can certainly schedule one very easily online. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of, just like me. Get professionally fitted at goodfeet.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. The Cleveland Guardians are 5-1 in their last 6 games. They remain in New York, taking on the Mets at 7:10 this evening. Logan Allen versus Clay Holmes. That's your pitching matchup. The Cincinnati Reds continuing their series with the Cubs in Chicago at 8:05. Zach Littell makes his first start as a Red opposite Shota Imanaga. Coverage on ESPN Columbus gets underway at 7:35. You can also hear it here on The Fan at 8. It's Diamond Dog Night tonight over at Huntington Park as the Columbus Clippers begin a series against Gwinnett. 7:05 start time for that one. Mark the Shark throwing out the first pitch this evening. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. Tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today over at roosterswings.com. Breaking sports news as it happens on The Fan.
Matty is a diehard Reds fan. I mean, where else is he going to go? You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
A second hour of the program. Brendan Deeg, NFL news editor at The Score, 1:30. Great Reds game last night.
Talk to me.
Fairly locked into the end of that with Pagan just rearing back and firing 97 and just sending dudes back to the dugout. They did get a great challenge, which I was crazy thinking they're not going to win this, when Dansby missed the bag.
Mm-hmm. Running down to first.
It's when you're trying to beat a bang-bang throw at first and you're trying to time the land on the bag. He came up a hair short and then dragged Sergeant Hulka with a big toe.
I thought he was supposed to be smart. He's a Vandy boy like J-Lu. What was that, Dansby Swanson? I'll take it,
Couldn't calculate it, man.
Hey, on the other side of that was new acquisition Cabrian Hayes making the throw to first base. So
short hop, too.
Yeah.
Had to come in and get it.
That's what he's known for, right? He's hitting ninth in the lineup. I don't love that, but I know he's a great defender. So, look, if you're a Reds fan, I'll speak for myself. This is a team right now that's 3 games out of the last wild card spot at the beginning of August. And the teams above them have stacked lineups and have a much larger payroll in the Cubs, Mets, and the Padres. So they're scratching and clawing. You go into Wrigley and get a win against the best team or one of the best teams in the Central this year. I ain't going to complain. So still work to do. But that was no doubt a nice little dub last night over there in Chi-Town. I'll take it.
You guys have a little rivalry coming up after the Cubbies. You and TLC, you'll have 4 in the Berg.
With those Pirates?
Yeah.
They shipped it off a lot of their good players. So, you know.
You got the Phillies, then the
should
Brewers.
take care of that. That's where it gets
You'll have to
tough
go to
again.
L.A. again.
Oh,
You'll have the Mets. You'll have 3 at the Pods.
Hey, we're hot right now.
We're up against it, schedule-wise. You
We
guys
had a heck of a walk-off last night.
That was entertaining.
By the way, speaking of trade deadline and moving pieces, have you seen that basically every Yankees acquisition is blowing their games late in games?
Well, one of them just got sent down to AAA.
Who was
today.
that, Sir? Who did...
Jake Bird's a pitcher they just brought in, and they just sent him down to AAA. 2 outings. He's already given up like 5 earned runs. It's a mess over there. No Judge. He's supposed to be back soon. But
Bednar got shelled by them. They got swept by
Bednar
the
didn't
Marlins.
get shelled.
He did.
A lot of these relievers that got dealt were getting shelled early.
Yeah, that's just how it is with relievers. They are not long-term investments. They're very finicky, and so if you do so much as change the ballpark they play in, they fall apart, which is why bullpen arms are not good long-term investments, and yet
but they were the
Braves still love them.
And relievers were the main attraction at the trade dedeadline.
Mm-hmm.
The main attraction.
They got Camilo Duvall from the Giants, too, and he melted down against the Marlins. The Marlins actually had a sellout. A sellout when the Yankees came to town, and they won, and it was probably Yankees fans.
That Yankees power.
They swept them.
Yeah.
The 305 curse I always tell you about. You go down
Kyle
to Miami.
Stowers won Player of the Month for the National League.
He's a dude. Yeah, but Yankee fans take over everywhere. I was at a Pirates game earlier this season, and it was nothing but Yankee fans in the building. no matter where
Maddie's
they go.
worn a Yankee hat before. I saw it. I witnessed it with my own eyes.
I am a guy that
went with the fit.
If it matches my fit, I'm rocking it outside of division rivals.
I've wanted to do it, but I can't.
No, no Packers, no Bears, no Lions. But I think other than that, I think you rock what you want every now and then. That's how I live my life. I'm not wearing Browns, Bengals, or Steelers stuff, but I'll rock some other teams around the league. Non-division rivals is where I draw the line.
It's not a bad. Okay, you may have brought something to the equation for me. So nothing in-house, nothing for me. Bears, Packers,
Lions. It's kind of your team.
Can't wear the Lions.
You kind of adopted them 2 years ago. That's when the Vikings weren't treating you too well, So you're kind of
like, hey,
looking elsewhere. You opened the DMs back up. But then now they kind of pulled you back in. Now it's JJ's season, baby.
Getting all these tweets. He sucks in practice. He's bad. I'm like, okay. I didn't crown him. Plus, he's going up against a pretty good defense, so I think that's good for him.
And usually at this point in the calendar, defenses are ahead of offenses. That's what we see.
I think if I could, by the way, I lied. I've worn other gear.
Oh, yeah.
In the past. Mostly as gifts. I've never bought them myself.
Okay.
Somebody bought me an old Varsity back in the 90s. I was a big Joe Montana fan, and brought me the Varsity with the pleather sleeves, of a Niners.
Like a starter jacket.
No, not a starter jacket.
Mitchell and Ness?
No, a varsity jacket.
Oh.
So the flannel with the patch and then the pleather sleeves.
Wow.
Old school.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
They brought back. Don't have it anymore. I had a Niners. I told you that what else have I probably, what else? I did look up, there was a picture of me maybe 20 years ago, and I went down to the Cincinnati, go down to the Tennis and Mason every year, and my dad would meet and we'd go down, and it was really sunny, and I'm like, okay, I gotta have a hat. There's got to be something back here. There was a bear hat there's a picture of me with my dad wearing a Bears hat.
You had to feel grimy. You had to.
I was out of town. Felt okay. It's like being in Vegas. No one's going to see.
No one's gonna see.
You're right. I would not rock Packer gear.
No.
I don't think I would ever rock Bear gear again. If I had to pick a new logo and colors, I wouldn't mind the Dolphins, and I wouldn't mind, and I like the Raiders, obviously, silver and black. How can you go wrong with that?
I'd be in on the Saints. I think their color scheme is
Saints great.
Fire. Absolutely.
Black and gold in a way.
If I had to wear some gear from a team from the AFC North, it would be Pittsburgh all day and tomorrow. Just because their colors alone, get it done. Brown, sorry, you're not even in the discussion with that color scheme. And then the Bengals, not bad, but yeah, Steelers, be in on that if I had to, but I never will.
I was getting nervous about that draft that we had with the mugs.
Oh my gosh, if I were going to sit here with this Steelers mug all year long,
it would have felt really out of place if I had a Ravens mug on my desk all year long. I'll wear any hat, I'll wear any jersey, I'll wear any I don't care. I got my favorite teams.
You're not walking here in Browns gear.
Right. Okay, that's different. Again, when it comes to division rivals, that takes it to another level. But I don't know, this ages poorly now, but every single year I had Justin Tucker on my fantasy team to the point where I have a Justin Tucker jersey in my closet. I don't wear it anymore, but
probably not the best idea right now, but he's one of the GOATs. Mm-hmm. He was, but yeah, he's got some off the field stuff, to say the least. That's for sure.
So if we all had to adopt a new team, not for talent, not for talent, not for wins, for color and logo only.
And vibes.
Can you separate your mind enough to do it?
Yeah.
I like this topic because in the event that my baseball team gets contracted from Major League Baseball, I might need a new team. So I may need to be in this mindset at some point of what happens if my team disappears? Mm-hmm. With the NFL, I can't go AFC North. And then there's this weird thing with me where I feel like the NFC is like a distant cousin to where it's too far away. I can't even imagine picking an NFC team unless it would be just because I am trying to detach myself from the AFC entirely.
There aren't many great logos in the NFC. There aren't. Outside of the most traditional, which is Dallas, there's just nothing that wows me.
Actually, you know what I might do?
Atlanta's is kind of cool.
Atlanta's is sweet. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers flag.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in on that.
The Jolly Roger?
Yeah, I can rock with that. Green Bay, boring. Like, even to me, AR Dallas is just kind of blah. Yeah. Like, it's just a star.
It's got a New York vibe. Like, it's just got everybody knows.
You propose, I think, a great question, though. Like, if you told me right now, like...
You get a logo, color scheme, you have to adopt a new team.
Just based off that?
Just based on the logo, I would always go Raiders.
Because I was going to give you another superficial reason. I was going to say I might pick the Colts because I love their stadium.
It is great.
Lucas Oil is a great venue.
Downtown Indy is off the chain. Love it over there.
Good logo.
I would
Good
go
color scheme.
Color scheme for me. I would go with Seattle. I like what Seattle cooks up out there. I do. I'd go with Seattle, just based off of colors alone.
Yeah. I probably couldn't live with that 365, but I like the logo.
Yeah, I'm not buying the all neon jersey, though.
Yeah.
I'm not buying
For
that.
me, it's probably Raiders, Dolphins, Bills. I mean, you can't go wrong with red, white, and blue, and the Bills logo is outstanding.
I like the Texans logo a lot.
Texans is very good, too, and you're getting the red, white, and blue there as well.
You might have sold me on the Raiders, but I'm giving the Texans a shot.
And the one that I think I should pick, which everyone's probably thinking,
you know what?
I saw on Thursday night in those unis. I don't know if there is anything better.
Lions, Chargers?
The Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going.
The powder blues with the white. Yeah,
I can rock
the
with that.
lightning bolt. Like, I don't know how it gets much better than that.
Yeah, for me, it'd be Seattle and New Orleans. Little pop with Seattle, and then I'll go a little black and gold.
Staying with the black,
in New Orleans.
I'll go in no particular order. Raiders, Texans, Carolina Panthers. Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
It is. It is. Sneaky good. Like, outside of the Saints, the three logos in the NFC South, I'm in on. And the color schemes down there. Now, I don't know. Tampa's got kind of that red-brown thing that throws me off every once in a while when I see that.
It's called pewter.
Whatever it is. Yeah. But, yeah, the logo itself, it's good, man. It's good.
It's Raider-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
Man, I'm stuck. Can't go away.
You're good, though. You're in good hands.
Vikes logo's great.
It is. Color scheme, logo, stadium. You guys got it all.
Yes, we got it all, except a Super Bowl. Or even playing in one in the last 50 years or whatever.
The Purple People Eaters.
We will come back.
Great nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah, like outside of the Super Bowl stuff, you guys got it.
Outside of what really matters.
Well, we weren't talking about Super Bowls. We were just talking about colors and logos.
You got it all. I just was like, okay.
Hey, man, they were one game away. Case Keenum. It was great.
It was great. It was great until it wasn't. All right, we'll come back. I want you to hear from Zach Taylor on what he expects from Joseph Lee Burrow. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall, and I want to talk to you about the roof over your head. You know that thing that protects your house and everything in it? It's pretty important, and a lot of you are going to have to replace it soon. But be warned, there are companies out there that skip over the biggest part of the process, the attic ventilation. You see, if that attic doesn't have proper circulation, it can cause problems such as mold and rot. You got rot. And not to mention leaks in the wintertime and higher AC bills in the summer. This is one of the reasons I'm telling you about my guys at Victor's Home Solutions. They start with a free 21-point roof inspection, including a thorough inspection of that attic as well. They know that if that ventilation isn't right, that roof's going to be built on a shaky foundation. That's why every Victor's roof comes with a well-thought-out attic ventilation plan, and that's why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. Money-saving discounts and financing incentives are also available. Call for your free 21-point roof inspection and get that estimate today. 866-VICTORS or go to victors.com.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Juice box. I'm a mom.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check. Oh, hot sauce. Take it.
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins, a balloon. Wait one sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800. With
24 monthly bill credits, new line, $100 per month on Experience Beyond. Finance agreement $829.99 and qualifying ported. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Payout via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu? Fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
For a limited time, you can enjoy a savory sausage McMuffin with egg meal, including golden hash browns and a small hot coffee for just $5. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms.
Bishop and Friends.
The Playboy party school list, Boulder was always up there. You know, it was up there with Madison and with Athens, I should say.
Reading the articles.
Well, that's what you're there for, right?
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
Hi, I'm Josie. My daughter turns 5 today. Blow out the candles. I'm also an Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I can get home to celebrate with my daughter.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. Let's all give them room to work. When you see flashing lights, remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will see a mostly sunny day ahead. Humidity is pretty comfortable compared to what we've been dealing with. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s, and we could see some stray showers and storms, although they will be more isolated and few and far between. Partly cloudy skies tonight and lows down into the 60s, and then for Wednesday, plenty of sunshine and highs in the mid to upper 80s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
True to his name, Matty Ice wears a winter coat in the middle of summer. He lives the gimmick, man. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
By the way, we were talking about relievers. I think another guy that got slammed was Sir Anthony Dominguez.
He was from Baltimore. Where did he go?
Toronto? Maybe.
He's got a great name, though.
Really that's why I mentioned it. I was thinking that maybe you guys should start. Yeah, exactly. So now you know where I was going. It's not Sir as an S-I-R. It's S-E-R. And it's attached to the Anthony.
Oh, really?
It's just a long, just Sir Anthony.
You're correct, Toronto.
So, I mean, if I'm not going to go with Anfordy,
which is, I've been advocating for that for years.
Time has passed.
You're Anfordy on the weekend.
I mean, I was
good enough.
Penny Rothman?
I'll take Anfordy on the weekend.
And Fernie.
When you're partying like a Roth star.
All right, so would you bet on the Reds to make the playoffs right now?
No.
What if we could get some decent value?
Well, you're definitely going to get that, but you scared the heck out of me when you mentioned the opponents that are on the way. That's where I think they're going to lose or slip the wrong way in this race.
Baseball Reference gives them a 36.3 chance.
That feels appropriate.
Percent chance.
That feels appropriate. Every time they throw the graphic up, when they're about to bat for the first time, like the offense is just too light. It's too light for me to believe that they can go far in the postseason. The pitching's there. Like, you feel good about the starters and what those guys can do, especially you think about what they've been able to do recently without Hunter Green. You're like, okay, they got the arms, but you got to go blow for blow in the playoffs with some of the heavy hitters. They just don't have that.
I've given you orders. Blow.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me ask you a question. What did you say the percentage was of them making the playoffs?
36.3, according to Baseball Reference.
Well, let me tell you how that matches up with the gamblers.
Okay.
The gamblers are telling us that the Reds are plus 375, which is implied of about a 20% chance. So whatever that is.
So the value, according to Baseball Reference and whatever algorithm they got going on, here's the thing about algorithms. They never tell you what goes in them, so you don't know. But whatever they're using, they say plus 375, some good action.
I would have been surprised if it was higher than 40%, 45%. So what you guys
Vegas
are
is saying it's 20%.
And that feels right to me. It does.
So I don't think we're getting the value we should be getting on them if the analytics say.
No,
right?
I'm interpreting that opposite. Is that if Baseball Reference is saying that the odds are higher than what Vegas is saying, then that means that Vegas is lowballing you in a good way.
Maybe they are. We're getting almost 4-1 on our money.
Because if the Reds were more likely to make the playoffs, those odds would get shorter and shorter.
I would not advise anyone to do so. Save your money.
Hey, 1.7 to win the World Series. 1.7.
What the Mavericks have to win the number one overall pick in the draft?
100% Ernst &
That's
Young.
a little more controllable. There's a lot of people on the inside.
Televise the ping pong balls, please.
I attended the Jackets' first draft in 2000 in Calgary at the Saddle Dome. But the story I told you guys a while ago, which was we first went to New Jersey to cover the ping pong balls at Teterboro. And that's when I flew on that plane and didn't have the seatbelt. Remember I told you I got on there?
Oh, yeah.
Like, just sit anywhere. Well, everyone else has a seatbelt. We're in a private jet. What do you need a seatbelt for? Well, in case we lose
turbulence, man.
Yeah, you can bounce my dome off the top of
it.
the.
You know, bounced around that plane like Bane did in The Dark Knight Rises in the opening scene. You're built like
Great
Bane.
opening scene.
It really is great.
One of us has to stay behind, brother. That would have been me. One of us has to stay behind. All right, let's hear from, this is Zach Taylor with Kay Adams.
Yeah, Kay Adams taking her show down to Cincinnati today. So here is Zach Taylor talking about the progress for Joey B and where he is right now as a quarterback.
I'm trying to understand when he says I'm passing better than ever. And I feel better than ever. I'm trying to understand, what does that mean?
It's weird. I've talked to, I got friends in the league, and you kind of recap training camp, and I've kind of made that comment like, Joe got better, and I don't even know how that's possible.
What?
It's just some of the throws he's making right now. He's as good as I've seen him, and we got to continue.
Could you describe what that means, that his throws are better than ever?
Well, it's the anticipation, I think, is even a higher level, and it's not even the anticipation, it's the spots on the anticipation, the types of throws, and just the voids in the field he's seeing. He's always been excellent at that. I think it's really beneficial for him to get all these training camp reps that he's maybe at times missed in the past. And he feels like he's in a really good spot right now.
Let's spin that. Bengals defense is getting shredded in practice. Yeah. Stay tuned for the regular season.
Well, if the regular season is anything like last year's regular season when he wasn't playing his own defense, he led the NFL in passing yards and passing touchdowns.
I think both
so
can be true.
let's not just say that this is just a padding of
he's that darn good. Right.
Yeah.
He's that darn good. And to TLC's point, the defense still may be a little dicey. And I don't think anybody really looked at the defense right now on paper and thinks that there's going to be a massive turnaround. Like I would be shocked if that happens.
He's going to be again in a fast-paced, pass-heavy offense because he'll have to be. It's because you lean into his strength anyway. And now Zach could get a big lead in a game and then dial it back and just try to have some situational coaching.
Still got to be smart, right? You still got to be smart. But to your point, AR, who you have at quarterback, who you have at wide receiver, this is the strength of the team. And it's arguably the best passing attack in the entire sport. Like, I don't know if you're really grabbing, another team over Cincinnati when you just talk about, hey, you want to put the ball up in the air, more times than not, which unit do you want? I think a lot of people would pick the Bengals. And so, yeah, what year is this for Joe B? The year 7? 6, 7? Where's he at?
COVID, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6.
So this is his 6th year.
Yes, he has 5.
To hear those things from Zach Taylor is not surprising because we know this guy is great, but that's what can happen, right? You're comfortable in a system. You're comfortable around a head coach who's an offensive mind. You know what you're going to get from T and Jamar, and he talked about the anticipation. Like at this point, you're just going out there and dotting up throws that probably a lot of quarterbacks don't have the ability to do or the confidence to do. And so we know he's an MVP caliber guy. I think it's only a matter of time before he grabs an MVP. He's got the second best odds at plus 600 with Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. Lamar's the leader at plus 500. And so he's in that class, as we all know. And so if they can protect him, which has been a bit of an issue throughout his career, you keep him upright, he can really only stop himself. There's really not a defensive coordinator or a defense as a whole that has solved the equation of stopping Joe Burrow. I just don't think
percentage that they will make the playoffs. In your mind, just boom. What do you think?
Where are you at?
65, 70. 65.
Yeah.
I can't go too much higher than that.
Because I think I think it's respect to the AFC and the division, right? And so, yeah, I like your number, AR.
It's not, nothing's a lock with them.
Yeah.
He had that season last year and they didn't make it. And we don't know about Trey yet. So,
right. I think
their schedule is doable in the beginning. If they flop out of the gate, they're in big trouble again. I know they can chase it, and every week is a different week, but the analytics of teams that start like 0-2, 0-3, now they won't because they're playing the Browns in Jacksonville. Like, honestly, if they start 0-2, you probably need to fire him right then. Like, honestly.
Well,
I know they won't, but I
hear what you're saying.
But if this team starts 0-2, like, it doesn't mean they won't make the playoffs, but it's like, come on. And I know they wouldn't do it, and it probably wouldn't make sense to do it. I don't even know who would lead the team. But you lose at Cleveland and you come home and lose in Jacksonville and you're 0-2 again and you got to go to Minnesota and then Denver and play Detroit.
Put our boy Dave Lapham down there on the sideline. He'll get him going. He'll get him
Ring
going.
of honor.
Yeah, he'll get him going. Absolutely. I think the Jacksonville game for me is more of a coin flip than it may be for you in your mind just based off of what they're going to present at quarterback and the playmakers that they're going to have on the outside. So I think they have a chance to make that interesting. With Cleveland, I don't see that right now. Like they're going to be probably rolling out Flacco and their playmakers. To me, there's a lot, left to be desired there. But yeah, after that, for me, it gets real. Like those 4 or 5 games after that, with 3 of the 4 on the road being Minnesota, Denver, and Green Bay, and the one home game being Detroit, you're all over it, AR. Like a 2-0 start is what they need. They have to have it. They have to have it. Because they get rolling early. Like this is a team, the AFC could run through Cincinnati. It could. And so that's why you have to clean up when you're supposed to clean up. And that is what hurt them last year. So the New England game, the Washington game, you go back and look at that Washington game, you're like, yeah, the defense wasn't good, but also Jane Daniels is that dude too, right? And I think that was kind of hand in hand there with that throw he made to Terry McLaurin in the corner end zone and all that. He was special, but yeah, September 7th, September 14th are got to have games. Because after that, to me, you get the Vikings, Broncos, Lions, Packers, Steelers. Those are going to get interesting.
Minus the rushing yards, he's the guy to have this year. He is.
In fantasy?
He's got every weapon. He can check down to Chase Brown and get all those yards, too, with him.
And negative game script. I guess you would be positive game script in fantasy from your quarterback getting those opportunities.
Yeah, the only bad news is he doesn't play in a dome. Honestly, it's the only bad thing. How many indoor games will he have? At Minnesota, 1.
You go to Denver early, which is good. I know it's not a dome, but you don't have to worry about weather.
At Miami in late December.
You'll take that?
He has 1 indoor game.
Yep.
That's it. Because they'll get Detroit here in Cincinnati. All right. Well, he's weatherproof in a lot of ways, and this offense is going to need him to be exactly what he was last year. We come back in 2 minutes, hit our friend Brendan Deeg, NFL News editor at The Score, and we'll get his opinion on the Bengals and their ability to make a run with this defense. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
As a fan, you know all the important sports cliches. And when you save money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive, you can get out there and give it 110%, even though that's mathematically impossible. And remember, failure is not an option. Well, it's always an option, just not a good one. But you're not worried because you've got ice in your veins. You're on fire. How can both of those things be true at the same time? Well, that's between you and your doctor. So get out there and leave it all on the field. Leave what? Who cares? Just leave it and save with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Rita, Jorge, let's bring the nail gun over here.
Jose stands tall atop his sustainable flooring company.
Totally. It's renewable and moisture resistant, but we have several green options too. Or we got some beautiful reclaimed oak.
But floored by his success, he needs to hire more installers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with a team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, loads and no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com, 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward. When we say we want to lose weight, we mean fat, not muscle. New studies show up to 40% of the weight lost on the new meds is muscle, not fat. Keep your muscle, lose the fat with Awaken 180. Awaken180weightloss.com.
We repurpose a lot of the junk we haul away.
Donatables get donated to a family that needs them, and the recyclables get recycled.
And we have enough trucks that we can come the day you call us.
We work to help your neighbors, the planet, and you.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Rothman Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Dog friendly. And if you ain't down with that, this is Rothman and Ice.
All right, officially in August. Countdown is underway. Maddie's been counting down since April.
I'm ready, baby.
But
we got football every week until February now, don't we?
Not meaningful football.
Hey,
but we do have football.
There were 7 million people that watched that darn Hall of Fame game.
At the beginning. I wonder where it went, though.
Right, exactly.
And by the way, I forgot to tell you guys this. The flyover was pretty amazing, but I don't know how it looked or how it felt or looked on television. But I think the flyover came 10 seconds before they finished the anthem. Did you guys notice that?
I was not watching.
About 8.
So no, I didn't.
Oh, you weren't. You were not one of the 7 million?
No, I was not watching the Hall of Fame game. Sorry.
They didn't need you, apparently. I'm sure Brendan Deeg took a little glance Armstrong at it. He's the NFL news editor at The Score, and he's our friend, and he's here with us via the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. BD, welcome back.
How's my favorite radio show in the world doing?
You're the man. Checks in the mail. How about did you watch it all? I mean, the Trey Lance show was a little fun. The Lions fumbling all over themselves. I mean, it was NFL football. We like seeing it, but where are you with the Lions and the new coordinators and whether they can be as fierce as they were last year?
I actually got softball on Thursday night, so I didn't watch it live. So I caught some highlights after. It was the Keandre Lambert-Smith talk on the Chargers. He's like the talk of camp right now as well. It sounds like he's pushing Quinton Johnson down the depth chart. But yeah, the Lions. I was actually kind of looking at the NFC today, and I was thinking to myself, like, I don't know. Maybe I think I'm confident of like putting the Philadelphia Eagles in the playoffs this year. But like outside of that, like there's 6 teams, I think 6 spots up for grabs, and it really kind of starts with the Detroit Lions here in the NFC North. Like I really do think that the Detroit Lions are going to kind of take a step back from that top tier of the NFC. I think there's a lot of moving parts on the offense that are leaving. Of course, Ben Johnson, and on the defensive side of the ball, with Aaron Glenn leaving as well, I don't have like the full-fledged confidence in the Detroit Lions being like kind of a top-tier team this year. Maybe my mind changed in the next couple of weeks, but kind of as like I'm baking some takes and getting ready for some takes to throw out there. Like my mind keeps going that maybe this is like a severe bounce back or a severe step back season for the Detroit Lions.
Okay, so if that does happen, of the other teams in the NFC North. Which team do you think could step up and maybe grab that NFC North title if it isn't Detroit?
I'm really high on the Green Bay Packers this year. Like I said, I'm confident to put the Philadelphia in the playoffs, and the Green Bay Packers would be kind of number two for me. I think they have, this is the most talented roster they've had in quite a while. I really think Tucker Kraft, Matthew Golden, their wide receiver core, they have one of the better offensive lines in the NFL. They had, in my opinion, the second best play caller in the NFL outside of Kyle Shanahan and Matt LaFleur. The receiving core just dropped so many passes last year. They weren't really great on third down on offense. That can kind of take a flip if year to year it's not like a sticky stat. And I think the defense is just going to kind of improve on what they did from last year. So I really like the Green Bay Packers to win the NFC North.
All right, let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. They are certainly the benchmark for a lot of people. However, watching them get absolutely torn to ribbons last year in the Super Bowl is giving me pause on whether or not, and listen, Josh Simmons is our guy, and if he wins the job, that would be great, but it'd be a rookie. I think they started a rookie left tackle. It didn't work out last year. Where are you on their offensive line and keeping Mahomes upright? And I know Kansas City's not going anywhere, but they just don't feel like, in my mind, the team to beat this year.
Yeah, the NFL allowing the Kansas City Chiefs to get potentially the best offensive tackle in the draft. I think if Josh Simmons, of course, wasn't coming off the major PCL injury, he might have been the top offensive tackle taken in the draft. And it sounds like he's fully healthy. Don't understand with modern medicine nowadays that some teams pulled him off their draft board. If he can solidify that left side offensive line, which has been kind of a turnstile, they've thrown so many darts at the dartboard to try to figure out how to solidify it. If Josh Simmons can be just an average to above average offensive tackle from the get-go, this offense can really take a turn for the better. Last year, if you just take a look at some of the underlying offensive stats, they were 12th in points per game, they were 10th in EPA per play on offense. So there's a lot of improvement that can be had here. What if they become the top three offense to the 2019, 2018 style Kansas City Chiefs? What if they can do that? And all the marks are there for that to happen. You still have Andy Reid, still Patrick Mahomes. I think they have enough offensive weapons. I think Travis Kelce has one or two more solid years left in the tank. So I don't really have a strong Chiefs lean here. I think they're going to be in the playoffs. I think they should be the favorites to win the AFC West, although I do think the AFC West is sneakily the best division in football this year. But I think there's a scenario here where they could be a top three offense and they kind of take the lead by storm again with Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball deep. They open up the offense. Xavier Worthy takes another leap as from his rookie season, or they just continue to be the 10th best offense in the league and they're kind of still relying on the defense. So I think there's definitely a scenario here where they could be again just the juggernauts of the NFL, but I'm not ready to get there yet.
You touched on how good you think the AFC West could be this year. We were reacting to Sean Payton's comments about his belief in his team and him saying that he thinks this roster is capable of getting to a Super Bowl and maybe even winning it, which was kind of eye-opening to hear a head coach say that. When you look at Denver year 2 with Bo Nix as their guy, do you share that same type of energy that Sean Payton does that, hey, Denver is for real and they're here to win right now?
The Broncos are kind of my sleeper team heading into this season. Now, I don't know if I don't think they're in the top 6 or 7 of the Super Bowl contenders, but I think if there's one team in the AFC West that I do think they can compete where the Chiefs can take them out. I think they're plus 350 on most sports books to win the AFC West, right? I think it's too high. I think there's plenty of value here for the Broncos this season, and they could definitely win that division. And I really like what they did this offseason. I love the Evan Ingram addition. I was a big Troy Franklin guy of him coming out of Oregon. I think he can be a nice wide receiver 3. They solidified Cortland Sutton with a contract extension this offseason. They have a top 5 offensive line in the league, and Bo Nix played really well down the stretch last year. If you just look at the final 8 weeks of the season, he was 7th in completion percentage, 6th in EPA per play. Now you get another year with him on a Sean Payton's offense. And that defense on paper, it might be the best defense on paper in the NFL. They added Dre Greenlaw, Tulio Funga. Vance Joseph did a tremendous job with them. They saw Patrick Surtain. That secondary is elite. I love the John Dave Barron pick. So I'm super high on the Broncos, winning potentially 11 games and potentially win the AFC West. I don't know if they're like in the Bills, Ravens, Eagles category, if that makes sense for Super Bowl contenders.
Here's our friend Brendan Deeg, NFL news editor on an awesome site, thescore.com. They've ranked the top 10 defenses heading into 2025. I know one of them that will not be in there, and that is the Cincinnati Bengals. How do they overcome, with or without Trey, making the playoffs? I think Vegas has them about a 60% chance to make the playoffs with the gambling implications. They have a kind of a grueling schedule. They do start, I think, 4 of their first 6 are on the road. Where are you with Cincinnati?
Yeah, they really need these young guys in the secondary to step up. And a lot of people say they didn't try to fix the defense and whatnot. The problem is like they've tried drafting guys and filling these holes of players that have left in the recent years, and just none of them hit, like Dax Hill, DJ Turner. Like, they need these type of defensive players on the secondary to step up, and including in the front seven. Like Miles Murphy, first round pick last year, did very little as a rookie. Like, if you just compare it to, like, for instance, Philadelphia Eagles with Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, you draft those guys, they completely flipped the secondary. With the Bengals, they've tried that in the first and second rounds, and just none of these guys have panned out. So if they want to improve on defense, they're going to need young guys to step up, and the offense can be even better than last year. It's the first time that all Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins have all been kind of healthy throughout training camp since Burrow's been there. So you have some continuity there. Can the offensive line get a little better? Can Amarius Mims take a step up from a rookie? Like, there's a lot of kind of like projection of young guys. Can you take that second, third year leap to help out the team? And I think the Baltimore Ravens are the best team in the AFC West, so I think they would have to get a wild card spot, and I think they should be like in the 5th or 6th, 7th range, I think they should be one of the favorites to get the 5th, 6th, or 7th spot. But I think the floor of the defense is so low, where it's kind of tough to get excited about them.
Well done, my man. Always appreciate our conversations. Thanks for jumping on. We'll talk soon.
You guys are the best. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks. Brendan Deeg, NFL news editor at The Score on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline.
Fellas, I'm here right now to talk to you about Columbus Men's Clinic, because if you're at a time in your life to where the energy isn't the same that it used to be, you can't get out there and maybe play basketball with your friends the way you used to, or just even simple stuff, having energy to be with the family or the kids, get on over to the Columbus Men's Clinic, because they have everything you need to get headed in the right direction. They have personalized treatment plans. Beware of online fixes. Generic online pills are overpriced and they're ineffective. So at the Columbus Men's Clinic, you'll get a consultation, including blood work, that is just $99. So all of this is affordable, it's accessible, and they'll get your results before you leave. I did it. I was in and out in a couple hours there. Great team over there. They will take care of you as soon as you walk through the door to the time you walk out of there. So call them at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Again, that's 614-300-7400 and visit them at columbusmensclinic.com today.
Buckeye Bolted up next. Monetizing tradition, not only modernizing. We'll tell you what that means for this season at the Shoe. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
We know everything about you. We know you love the Buckeyes. We know you love the Jackets. We know you're wearing a red shirt. Just freak the hell out of someone. The Fan. Here's 3 reasons to buy your Blue Jackets ticket plans for the 25-26 season. 1, pick your seat and pick your games. 2, plans start at just 11 games. 3, flexible payment plans. Act now. Visit bluejackets.com/tickets.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinder Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash, or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HinderMotorCompany.com.
The roof of your home protects what matters most in your life. Your family, your memories, your peace of mind. So when it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy on why she chose Newman Roofing over all the rest.
We had interviewed and talked with several other roofing companies around the city. The salesperson that came to speak with us was extremely knowledgeable, answered questions, took his time with us. We were happy to make Newman our choice.
And you'll have peace peace of mind knowing that on the day of the installation, we'll give you and your home the respect it deserves.
The guys arrived right on time. The crew leader came and talked with us, let us know what they were going to be doing. He was here all day with the crew. That itself was very impressive.
If you're thinking about your roofing or siding, give Newman Roofing a call today.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Juice box. I'm a mom.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check. Oh, hot sauce. Take it.
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins, a balloon. Wait one sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line, $100 per month on Experience Beyond. Finance agreement $829.99 and qualifying ported. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Tire and Auto Service. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid August 1st through August 30th. See store for details.
Join Timmy Hall for Buckeye Replay this Saturday at 1. Back in classic games of Ohio State football history.
Sponsored by Weber Grills.
This week, Ohio State and Oregon. Playoff action in the Rose Bowl. The Fan.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time. So just to give you a peek behind the curtain, during the break, I checked. We were going to play a soundbite about Ohio State being number 3 in the rankings and the coaches poll behind, number 3 in the rankings of somebody else, of an analyst. And TLC had written on the sheet, which I barely look at.
Thanks.
But I did this time. I'm kidding you. So I looked at it, and he writes, even Ohio State's number 1 cheerleader thinks Penn State is better than them this season. So in my mind, I'm thinking, this has to be something on social media. Did somebody on the cheerleading team like something that had Penn State? I don't know. And I wrote, and I said to him during the break, like, is this a soundbite? What is this with Ohio State's cheerleader? Did somebody say something? And he hits the talkback button in my ear and goes, it's Joel Klatt. I had a good laugh.
Thank you.
That was well played. So Joel Klatt, Ohio State's number 1 cheerleader, thinks that, well, he's not their number 1 if he thinks this.
Buckeyes are in at number 3. I would have put them higher, but they're just replacing so much, in particular on that defensive side. 14 NFL draft picks. They have Ryan Day back, but they've got to replace both coordinators. They made some nice pickups in the portal, really good pickups. Tight end Max Clare from Purdue, he'll be one of the better players in the country. C.J. Donaldson, the running back from West Virginia, got 2 tackles that are most likely going to start. And then at quarterback, we'll see. I've been asking Coach Day all offseason, like, who's it going to be? Is it Julian? And it's like, I think it's going to be Julian Sand, but he continues to say Lincoln Kienholz is still fighting for that job and doing a heck of a job in practice.
By the way, speaking of Lincoln Kienholz, Adam King was saying something yesterday when he was hosting with Mike, and the long of the short, or the short of the long of it, I guess, is that he thinks that the competition is going to wrap up pretty soon because Sayan's just showing that he's a little bit better. But I got to pull this drop because I clipped off a drop, and we're going to save this till the end of time because we all kind of joke about like Glaze-a-Palooza and this and that. We talk. Oh, Will Howard's going to win a Super Bowl. But he had one take, as I try to find this, but he basically said Lincoln Kienholz is the 3rd best quarterback in the country behind Arch Manning and Julian Sand. He said that he would start anywhere else except Ohio State and Texas.
Who said that?
Adam.
I didn't know he was a scout. And I also didn't know he knew every quarterback room in the country.
Lincoln Kienholz is very capable. He would start at every school in America that wasn't Ohio State and Texas.
I love Adam King, man. I love the man.
Playing that back in 5 years.
Did you say loathe or love? Okay.
I think if I had to guess where his mind...
starting at LSU?
I think if I had to guess where his
starting
mind
at Clemson
is that when you stack up...
South Carolina?
When you stack up the talent that Ohio State has, it's either as good or better than a lot of programs. So if he had to... I'm speaking for Adam, which is a dangerous game to play.
Spider back here.
But...
Hey, take him outside.
Gotta kill him. Spider.
Don't do that.
Spiders
it's
are
so
terrible.
Unnecessary. He's probably eating some other insects over there.
Out of that bug.
There's no reason to do that.
Yeah, it is. You get
Forgot who I was
you might
talking
get
to,
poisoned.
sorry.
You might turn into Spider-Man.
That would be great. Who wouldn't want that to happen?
That'd be really terrible
Of
for
all
my
the
career.
superheroes, I don't want to be Spider-Man, though. I don't want to.
Don't get greedy. If you could be Spider-Man, you would be him.
Spider-Man.
No, I know, but if I just said Spider-Man or nothing.
I don't know. I'm not a big Spider-Man guy. Give me nothing.
Really?
Yeah. I don't really like the appeal of his powers, like swinging from building to building with webs.
What about his just spidey sense, his tingling? Well, don't you want the spidey sense? Wait a minute. Sorry. My bad. Who wouldn't want a spidey sense?
Oh, man.
To know impending doom. Like
the hair on the back of your neck stands up. We have that as humans already.
He also had lightning fast reflexes. Spring onto the ceiling if he needed to.
I actually saw a video of Tom Holland.
Strong.
I saw a video of Tom Holland today in the streets of New York doing some stunt work.
You know what?
He's done a good job.
I would have had. So the take was really general, and it was very Glaze-a-Palooza, and it was like, okay, you can say that Lincoln Kienholz is worth this race and being a competitor, and he might be the starter. So I understand where he was going with it. Yeah. What I think would have been more fun if he truly believed this was not to make it that general. That he should have zeroed in on like a team and said, you know what? I think if Lincoln Kienholz was at Penn State, he beat Drew Aller out for the job. Mm-hmm. Like, I think now we may never know because unless Lincoln's going to play, we'll have nothing to compare it to. But he may be that qualified. And if he gets the job over saying, then something, I almost feel like if he gets the job, then it goes back to what I was saying a month ago, or at least theorizing, that Ryan Day can believe that Sayan's more talented of a ceiling, but that maybe Lincoln is more ready and to start the season. You could have that. I doubt it's going to happen, but that's, in my mind, that's the only way it would happen.
That's in play. There's no doubt it's in play. It feels and sounds and looks like to me that Lincoln offers a little bit more of the run game stuff at the quarterback position, if that's really what they want to lean into. I don't know how much you're going to need of that, right? With the running backs that you have, which should be a pretty good offensive line. I know they got some pieces moved around that they have to try to really just find those 5 guys that you can rely on week in and week out. But that was obviously a big-time threat last year, and Coach Day, rode that horse on the way to a national championship, that being a threat at the quarterback position. We don't know if Julian is capable of that. Maybe Julian isn't as, mobile or twitchy as, Lincoln is.
I like that, mobile.
I didn't know if I really wanted to roll with that.
No, I
like it. Kind of just came out, but
it's better than mobile. It's better than mobile.
Mobile, whatever.
Right. It can be more mobile.
Versatile.
Yeah.
Maybe Julian's got some of that Pat Mahomes in his game, right? Where it's like he's not the most electric guy with his legs, but
tall.
He can hurt you.
Tall enough.
He can hurt you, yeah. That's the beauty of where we're at, is getting to learn who these guys are. We won't really know until they kick that thing off against Texas.
15 years from now, are Ohio State fans going to be able to easily remember Lincoln Kienholz? Or is he going to be one of those guys like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that guy?
I don't know. That's tough to predict, TLC.
So, 15 years from now, where are we at with Will Howard's Super Bowl and Lincoln Kienholz, the third best quarterback in the nation?
The beauty of that is that I won't be around to give my opinion on that with you guys. You'll have to do it.
No,
we're calling you.
Yeah, you're doing your weekly hit. You promised us a weekly hit.
Maybe
you did. You promised us a weekly hit.
Yes.
You know what I was thinking about too this morning? It's like Devin Brown.
Exactly.
Like, you haven't heard anything about
turn into something like that.
Devin Brown went to Cal, by the way.
Yeah.
But
great place.
You just, And you could be, Devin Brown, it might work out for him, or you could be Quinn Ewers and go to Texas and play in some meaningful games.
All right, coming up top of the hour, little Chet roulette. He's going to add in some of the Ross Bjork monetizing tradition. And guess what? I think he's taking a little rip from your squad, big boy. We'll talk about that next. Rothman Ice and the Fans.
The radio couldn't contain us, so we've taken over YouTube. Catch Morning Juice weekday mornings at 6 by searching 971 The Fan. Do it.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Jerry, I've made a decision.
Aaron, are you giving away free services again?
Well, yeah. How did you know?
I haven't been able to quit thinking about your AC piggy bank.
Get Eco.
ECO. We work to extend the life of their old air conditioner and then give back all the money we were paid to do it.
Up to $1,500.
When they need to buy a new system.
Jerry, I'm getting ready to do something like that again.
Get Eco.
ECO.
When we replace a water heater, I'm instructing all the Eco plumbers to give our customers up to $500 in free repairs before they leave the house.
$500 in free services that same day?
There's lots and lots and lots of things our plumbers can do for $500 or less.
And Eco is going to do these things for free when people buy a water heater?
Yeah, whatever they want for free.
That same day?
Same day.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Give it away, plumbers, genius electricians, and gonna make you cool again, HVAC technicians.
Go to geteco.com.
Patients everywhere are experiencing joint pain relief thanks to QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. So how does this non-surgical approach work? QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Aaron Wolkoff explains.
It's like when you get a paper cut and the cells that come onto that scene first stop the bleeding, and then it recruits more cells to form new skin and new soft tissue. And then you look down a week later, 2 weeks later, and it's like nothing happened and that paper cut never existed.
In this same way, QC Kinetics uses your natural biologics to help repair and restore aching knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
We take those same similar cells in different areas that are arthritic, are painful, and we cause this kind of internal self-healing that can resolve patients' pain.
Relief without surgery. See if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatments.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers, tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
He opens his toolbox before he opens his wallet and believes you can fix anything with 20 minutes and some pride. He's Mr. DIY, and when he needs metal, he goes to metal supermarkets. Artists, hobbyists, machine shops, maintenance professionals, and welders all count on metal supermarkets for over 8,000 metal products, shapes, and grades. If it's metal, they've got it or can get it for you. Cut to any size and ready fast. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward. When we say we want to lose weight, we mean fat, not muscle. New studies show up to 40% of the weight lost on the new meds is muscle, not fat. Keep your muscle, lose the fat with Awaken 180. Awaken180weightloss.com.
When you can't see, you can't react. Too many railroad crossings have deadly sight obstructions that block drivers' views of oncoming trains. When you can't see the train, you can't react in time. These tragedies are preventable. Clearing vegetation and installing gates saves lives. Report bad railroad crossings at angelsontrack.org. That's angelsontrack.org. Because bad crossings kill good drivers. Sponsored by Angels on Track, aired by OAB and this station.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. The Cleveland Guardians still in New York, taking on the Mets at 7:10 tonight. Logan Allen versus Clay Holmes, the pitching matchup. The Cincinnati Reds remain in Chicago, taking on the Cubs at 8:05. Zach Littell makes his first start as a Red opposite Shota Imanaga. Coverage on ESPN Columbus gets underway at 7:35. You can also hear it right here on The Fan at 8. It's a fun night over at Huntington Park as the Columbus Clippers begin a series with Gwinnett at 7:05. Not only is it Dime a Dog night, but Mark the Shark throwing out the first pitch. At lower.com tonight, 7:30, the Crew takes on Leon in Leagues Cup action, and the Los Angeles Rams and running back Kyron Williams have agreed to a 3-year, $33 million deal. This one's sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Rates as low as 5.54% and a $400 cash bonus when you refinance your auto loan with BMI.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
All right, final hour of the program. Doug Lesmerises, Kings of the North, covering college football, bottom of the hour at 2:30. We'll get his feeling on the house money that it feels like Ohio State is on coming off the Natty, if there is such a thing in Columbus, Ohio. It may sound good now until. So that's what happens. You know, it feels like that. It does. It feels to me like, yes, what's hanging over this season is one thing and one thing only, and the streak. Flip the streak. Flip the streak, get in a tournament, see if you can't recreate greatness with a new team and a new identity and all that. And this era, it's great because when you have talent, you should get in. You should be a top 12 team. Now, out of the gate, we understand the impact of losing a home opener. It's not to Texas, Texas that will be in anybody's category. That would be a good loss, unless you just got smacked, which no one thinks would happen. But if it's a competitive game and you lose, it's not going to kill you. It only gives you then just one more get out of jail free card. Meaning, if you were to lose another big one or get tripped up, Matty, by a team you wouldn't expect to get tripped,
100%.
Then it puts, because you've always been in the camp. I don't think I was in this, but you were in the camp, and I don't know if you still are. That's why I'll ask you. You said no matter what, 3-loss teams should not be invited.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And I'm always in the camp of, now that we're at 12, like, I'm not saying that if Ohio State lost their 3 biggest games of the year, they'd have anything to hang their hat on. Now, if they go to Illinois, and that's Illinois' only loss, and Illinois is in the playoff, then you could start to build a little bit of something. But they know they can't lose to Texas, Penn State, and Michigan and feel like they're in. Of course not. So my only point is that whatever that opener is, it's going to set the entire identity of the team. Are you chasing to live up to expectations, or did you just lop the number 1 ranking on a new, fairly, different team with some pieces back, of course? But think about the expectation of where we are now. They're the second-ranked team, according to the coaches. They win the game, they go to number 1. Now you got the weight of the world. Now you're number 1. You always have a target, but now you carry a little different weight. You lose the game, you're like, okay, circle the wagons, tighten it up.
And you're still probably ranked anywhere between 5 to 7.
Absolutely. Right. You're in the top 10.
Yeah.
But it does set, that's why this opener is just so monumental. It's not where it knocks you out, and it certainly doesn't guarantee you in. It's close.
It just adds so much more pressure to the other games that you mentioned. That's what it does. If you lose the game, right? If you lose that Texas game, then, the urgency with the Illinois, Penn State, Michigan trio is just ratcheted it up to a whole nother level. And so that is the beauty and the give and take of the new playoff. I just think in that Texas game, I think you got to gear up if you're a Buckeye fan for it not to be as smooth as what you saw last year. Heck, even that team, it took them a few weeks to just figure out everything, and they didn't have as many moving pieces as this year's team does, right? With a couple new coordinators. I know Hartline's been around for a while, so that's not that dramatic of a shift, but on defense it is, and it's the talent that you lost on the field. And so for both teams on the 30th, Texas and Ohio State, there are going to be 2 teams that are resetting. Now, Texas is resetting at the most important position with a guy that's played a little bit more than whoever Ohio State's rolling out there at quarterback. But I don't know if it's going to be the sexiest game on either side, right? When you're just talking about game 1, facing not only a new opponent, but 2 of the premier programs around the sport where there's dudes all over the place. Like, I just won't be surprised if for Texas and Ohio State it's a little clunky.
All right, so Ross Bjork had a little presser today, and they talked all about trying to enhance the home experience and also the home field advantage, and just basically modernizing the tradition that Ohio State has. And he brought up a couple things. One, they're going to the terrible towel. This is not just a one-off, like, oh, it's towel day, and you can wave it and then pin it up in your cubicle.
Just towel day. Like, you can't come into the stadium unless you're wearing nothing but a towel. Just towel only.
That would be better. Toga. A consistent item to show unwavering support has been wanted by fans.
Here we go.
Has there been a consistent item?
I haven't heard that, but that doesn't mean
fans been clamoring for towels.
Maybe it has.
The towel has been created to be just that. Approximately 100,000 fans will receive the towel for free at the season opener against Texas, and will be reminded to bring it with them to all future games.
That's a joke.
The color combo for the towel, you guessed it, would be scarlet and gray.
Go figure.
And if you aren't one of the 100,000 to get it,
bring it back.
And if it looks like if you are not one of the 100,000 for the Texas game, the towels will be available to purchase.
I was waiting for that.
If you're not one of the first 100,000,
yeah, so
if you're the 2007-68 or whatever that didn't get one, you can buy one.
Gotta buy them.
Yeah, exactly. So there's going to be 100,000 at the first game, and then at Grambling, there's going to be 20,000 towels for the 20,000 who returned from week 1.
So I'm not mad at this.
It's fine. It's whatever. I mean, I don't know. You're not going to remember to bring back a towel? I don't know. Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Oh, no, I forgot my The Towel.
Just rip your shirt and start waving it over your head.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan style.
Victory Bell Ringer.
This is new.
The Victory Bell, which has long echoed across campus after each Buckeye win, the tradition will continue. But beginning this fall, the bell will also ring in a new era. To ignite the energy of the crowd before kickoff, the Victory Bell will now sound before the team storms the field. Almost like a marching orders. Go get them.
Like the Undertaker's theme song. Is that how we want to start this thing off?
And in
song action.
That by
sets
the way,
a tone.
if you play that in the stadium, flex would be better than the victory.
That sets a tone.
The Victory Bell should be what it is after a victory.
That's like declaring a victory in advance.
Give me the Undertaker. Give me a couple of those back to back. You get this going. Yeah. And some music behind that.
If we cut the lights.
Listen, if we
they never play night games, so who cares?
In celebration of the 50th anniversary of his second Heisman Trophy, Archie Griffin will serve as the first pregame Victory Bell ringer.
That's appropriate.
So this makes me feel like they're going a little. So we've got terrible towels, take it from the Steelers. This has a little Vikes feel, a little skull, a little Gallerhorn.
There's some of that.
It's got a little feel. There's always a prominent Minnesotan or some sort of Viking. Yes, it has that feel to me.
The Browns have a little thing that they do with a guitar before the game.
Yeah, of course, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
You got to have that. And look, Ross Bjork.
The Crew have one.
They have one.
They got the dynamite.
There's going to be some people that I think push back on this a little bit.
Boom goes the
There's
dynamite.
definitely going to be that because people are always comfortable with tradition. I understand. But if you're Ross Bjork, you come from or you just came from one of the most crazy atmospheres in college football. In Texas A&M and Kyle Field. And that stuff matters. And so him coming in, and I'm sure some other people that have worked with him on this, trying to create more juice in the stadium, I'm good with this. Doesn't bother me.
Brutus riding a motorcycle in or whatever could happen.
Put him on a Harley.
They do this in the pros. This feels very pro-esque. You'll still have the band. You'll still have
Oregon does
the whole
it
deal.
with the duck. Doesn't he ride out there on a motorcycle?
Puddles?
They don't like Puddles, do they?
I made that up. They don't like it.
I don't think they like the Puddles nickname out there. So we got
Play to the Victory Bell,
the
to Biddle's
Victory
ramp entrance, and the road after third down stop to make them even more memorable and powerful. So they're going to have different songs. The Hang On Sloopy tradition, end of the third quarter, is going to be like a fluid situation. It almost makes me feel like they're going to try to create also like a jump around Madison, fourth quarter kind of. That's going to be the deal.
Like an Atlanta Falcons swag surf like they do down there. Which is amazing.
Come for the towel.
Kirk Cousins
Stay for the surf.
Kirk Cousins was doing that. It was awesome.
The color outs. Scarlet the Shoe versus Texas. Helmet stripe versus OU. Blackout for Penn State.
I'm here for it.
The soundtrack of Ohio Stadium I will get into next. Because you know that Block O is expanding, the band is moving, the new scoreboard's coming, all of that with the new sound effects.
New suites, right?
The new suites.
All that.
They're going to, not for this year, but
years to come, yeah.
Defending the Shoe is getting an upgrade. We'll give you more when we come back. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
Win big at Eldorado Scioto Downs, your Caesars Rewards hotspot. Play over 1,700 hot games. Sip craft brews at Brew Brothers. And dine at Guy Fieri's Trattoria with its famous 68-layer lasagna. Enjoy live music at Vail Bar and harness racing now through September. Experience nonstop thrills where rewards never stop. Must be 21 plus to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and it's the Toyota National Sales Event all month long at Toyota West. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of no payments for 90 days, and every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. No payments for 90 days. Deferred payment. Interest accrued at time of inception with approved credit. Expires 8/31.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of my favorite things, Wilson, is the look on people's faces when they see the end price for Pella windows.
Yeah, I'm always hearing, does it look like I'm wearing my money britches?
More like, I can't believe we get the Pella look and quality at these prices.
Oh, you went the other way with that. You're hearing good things. Oh, this is awkward.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Juice box. I'm a mom.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check. Oh, hot sauce. Take it.
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins, a balloon. Wait one sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line, $100 per month on Experience Beyond. Finance agreement $829.99 and qualifying porting. For well-qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Payout via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
At United Dairy Farmers, Peach is our most popular ice cream. Although it's only here for a short time, we sell more of it than any other flavor. And once you taste it, you'll know why it wins the popularity contest. We make it from scratch by mixing in the juice from our hand-selected peaches and big chunks of fruit. That's what gives it that unique peachier flavor. And that might also explain why peach season at UDF doesn't last long. UDF Peach Ice Cream, made for you.
Do you feel that? The season is getting closer. Buckeye football comes your way in 25 days. Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
It's hard to believe, but the new school year really is just around the corner. Now is the time to start getting your family back into a good routine and sleep schedule so your kids will be ready to learn when they head back to class in a few short weeks. Ohio's public school educators can't wait to share a great new school year with our students.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will see a mostly sunny day ahead. Humidity is pretty comfortable compared to what we've been dealing with. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s, and we could see some stray showers and storms, although they will be more isolated and few and far between. Partly cloudy skies tonight and lows down into the 60s, and then for Wednesday, plenty of sunshine and highs in the mid to upper 80s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Listen, they got 36 varsity sports to support. They got NIL. They got stuff they need to monetize. And none of the construction will be seen on the south. It'll all be the summer of next year. They're expanding Block O, moving the band. And here we go. I have no problem with trying to hype up pregame. The complaints that you always hear at Ohio Stadium, especially with lesser opponents, is that it's got a very, very low vibe, that you're waiting for the team to get you hyped. And this is part of making that experience as cool and big and loud as possible. Some of it may not live up to it. Some of it may. Each game this year will feature a unique, that's the word, an iconic entrance for Brutus, changing week to week to bring surprise and energy to the fans of the stadium. Okay. Maybe sometime he'll just zip line down.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he'll drop out of I don't know. Maybe he'll
just come. Who knows?
Launch himself out of a plane.
Yeah, come
in with a hang glider.
Maybe.
Look, take a picture. Look, I'm hang gliding.
Maybe he'll do the worm out of the tunnel, moonwalk out of the tunnel. You got a lot of options over there if you're old Brutus.
Yeah. The soundtrack of Ohio Stadium. This season, the athletics department is curating a soundtrack, injecting songs that reflect the pride, the grit, the heart of our state. At the heart of this is a new game day anthem from Columbus's own Camp, whose song Ohio will play in the first half of each game, set to a powerful visual tribute to the people and places to make this state home. It's a moment meant to stir something deep, a sense of place, connection, and gratitude. Doesn't sound to me like it's going to be a hype vid.
I don't know.
More than it's going to be a pride of Ohio kind of feel.
Yeah, and I don't know the song off the top of my head. Do you?
No.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Just as important as what is played is how it connects at the moment, to the moment. Greater emphasis will be placed on timing and playing music that feeds off the energy inside the stadium. Good. They should try to be, I always complain about situational coaching, situational fandom. You got to read the moment. Decide what's needed. You're on defense. You need a big third down stop. Play the right hype. That could be good, too. Whether it's a surge of momentum or a crowd ready to erupt, the soundtrack will meet the moment and elevate it.
I need to hear
Good.
This. I need to hear this.
That means you got to pay attention. And you got to have people at the switches like TLC that can read the moment.
Yeah, or if it's like a fourth down and two, like an old Brandon Staley 4th and 10 on your own 10-yard line.
Hang on, Sloopy will still echo throughout Ohio Stadium. While it has traditionally been a third quarter break moment, this year the band will have flexibility to play it in the second half when energy and timing feel right. The tradition remains, just with a little more instinct and impact behind it. We know fans care deeply about this moment, and so does Ohio State Athletics. The adjustment is about keeping it powerful, memorable, and perfectly timed. You know what? I like this. I like the fact that Ross and the department are...
Let's try to be better.
Demanding that you show up.
Correct. And not just show up, but you're a part of the whole gig. Because it matters.
It's a production. Is this a big enough production for you? I need a big production.
I'll tell you this. Watching games, because I don't go to a ton of games, but there is a difference for me when you turn on a game.
By a ton, you mean none.
And there's a difference for me when you're watching a game played at the Swamp or played at Kyle Field or played down in Baton Rouge. It hits different. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying the environment at the shoe is bad, but I do think that they can get to another level as far as energy, consistent energy in that stadium. And that's why I'm seeing the vision of what Ross Bjork and that team over there want to do. The fans just have to embrace this. You have to embrace it because it's only going to help out the team, in my opinion.
Maddie, sometimes you wouldn't think you'd have to manufacture energy at an Ohio State football game, but it happens because a lot of times you're such an overwhelming favorite that you just wait for the touchdowns to come, and that's what gets the crowd hyped. But it's good that they're going to have a little bit of ownership of the home field advantage.
That's the difference between Ohio State and some other programs, is that when Alabama welcomes in Western Kentucky, the energy's still the same. Yeah. That's what it feels like to me. So you just want that, the Texas energy that we're going to get. You want that week in and week out. The players want that. The coaches want that. And so, yeah, the towels is fine. You know, the music, I have no idea what that. Have you heard the song yet, TLC? What are you smiling about over there? Because I know when you make that face,
no, I think when
you've heard something that you don't agree with.
When you said towel, I think, because he's a Steeler guy.
No.
Like, it was more of,
I mean, look. Yeah, I heard the song. I listened to it.
What do you think?
In the commercial break. It sounds nothing like what you would expect at a football game.
Okay.
It's if you know who Noah Khan is.
Yes.
It's like Noah Khan music.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
don't play it up more than.
No, I'm not playing up this. I don't know this song you're talking about. But when you said Noah Khan, I think he's
so
good.
Is it more chill? Not a lot of.
It's kind of like indie, dude. It does not fit a football stadium. I think I'm not trying to dog a local band. It does not fit a football game.
But here's the thing that you have to remember: that you're hearing it not in the context that it will be played in. So I'm not saying it's a hype song, and I'm not saying it's going to give you run through a brick wall feel. What I bet it's designed to do is to give you a little bit of chill factor. Chills as in Ohio pride in 102,000 with a video that will help amplify the song with visuals. And I think they're trying to tap into some sort of you're from Ohio and have that's my guess, because you could pick 100 probably different songs to get the crowd on its feet. But I think they're tapping into something a little more like the Ohio DNA. I think
not going to work.
It may not. And that's why they're going to have other opportunities to do that.
I'll tell you what, it can't be worse than I Can't Help Falling in Love with Crew. Have you seen that at the beginning of Crew games? With the crowd swaying back and forth and singing? That is the worst thing in professional sports. I'm so dead.
Did you guys see when
worst thing?
Did you see when the Marlins trolled the Yankees right before the sweep happened and they played Sweet Caroline?
Oh, they played Sweet Caroline.
Yes.
Okay. I thought
they just took it right from the Bo Sox and said, you know what?
That's good. Like, you're the Marlins. Yeah. You've had a very mid to bad year. Troll the Yankees every chance you can get.
This isn't like you're signing up for 100 years of this. They'll do it this year. If it, to your point, if it doesn't work, this all sounds very fluid. That they want to just raise the amp, just the newness of it all and the experience of it all. And who knows whether it seems to me like they're trying to pull a little piece from a lot of things they've seen done. So the Gallerhorn in Minnesota, Jump Around in Madison, the Terrible Towels in Pittsburgh. Like they've seen stuff that gets people engaged. That's what you're trying to do. And like I said, I don't think the Ohio song is supposed to make the team run through a brick wall. I think it's designed to bring together 102,000. Like, is Sweet Caroline making you run through a brick wall? No. Is the Cubs W song that you and I both like after
Go
a win?
Cubs, go.
Yeah,
I like that song,
No,
actually.
it's a good song, but it's not a hype song. It brings 100,000. That's right. This may have that kind of tap in.
I would have loved to hear or have heard the options for the songs that they had in play and why they decided to choose this. Because of YouTube stuff, we can't play the song on there.
Sent you to the presser today.
People are tweeting me saying, play the song. We can't.
We can talk over it.
Oh, yeah.
We can't.
You
Sorry,
could play
legally,
maybe
we can't.
8 seconds of it.
We can't,
You could stay on the bull for 8 seconds. We might be able to do that.
I'll play some and tell the truth, and we'll talk over it.
Oh,
that's true.
Good
so
idea.
we can kind of, it's a loophole.
Yeah.
An end around on YouTube.
So the listeners may have to turn up their radios a little bit to hear it. Because we're gonna have it low, and we're gonna be.
I'll just say,
cutting in over.
I'm not talking now. It's hard to hear the song when you're talking like that. I'm not talking now. So there you go. Blocko Energy is getting tuned up this year because Blocko North, Maddie, moved.
They lost me a little bit.
To join the South.
They lost me a little bit with the 100,000 towels not being available every week because that's going to get dicey. Because some people are going to be like, I don't care. I'm not going to pay for a towel if I don't have one. And so I think that should be
the possibilities of you having 102 plus, waving it every week with the old don't forget your towel. Keep your towel on, Maddie.
Because Steeler fans know, like, that's part of the gig. We're not there yet. So
that's why I think. What do they do? Bring them back every game? All their fans? They already have them? Back pocket?
I actually don't know. I hate to say this. I've never been to Acrisure. So I don't know. But I assume that everyone just owns. Like, I have a terrible towel.
They'll bring them for here's the deal. You'll probably bring them for the big games.
You're saying here?
I'm just saying, if you're a fan and you go to the Texas game and you leave your towel home for the Grambling game, you're like, oh, I got to go back.
See, that's the thing, though. You got to get in the mindset to bring it every game.
Make noise.
That's what you got to do.
You want.
Of course.
Bring it.
Exactly.
If you need a towel to get yourself hyped.
I just think, AR, if you're going to do this, I think for every game this season, there should be towels on every seat. To try to get that going. Because then you're spreading it out to more and more people there. Now we're talking about the Texas game. Then after that, you got to buy one. And then who knows? That may be $15 for a towel.
Buckeye Nation will be awarded with a Buckeye Leaf. Every time a visiting team offense commits a false start penalty or burns a timeout because of crowd noise, Buckeye Nation will be awarded with a Buckeye Leaf. It will be a visual representation of the stadium receiving a Buckeye Leaf, be shown on the video boards.
I'm sure the people working the stadium love hearing that.
I want somebody just slap you in the back of the head with a Buckeye stick.
Imagine being an usher having to go down every aisle, every seat, and doing that every time it happens.
You get ushered off at a field when I throw you over that wall. All right, we come back in 2 minutes. Doug Lesmerises been covering the team for a long time. We'll get his feeling on the monetizing and modernizing of the shoe. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
Wake up and cash. It's Top Picks on Morning Juice. Powered by WeWinYouWin.com. Professional sports bettor Chad Patrick. Dropping plays and juicing up your Friday mornings with fresh pick winners. WeWinYouWin.com. Built by winners for winners. Stop guessing and start cashing.
1-800-GOT-JUNK does two things differently.
We repurpose a lot of the junk we haul away.
So the donatables get donated to a family that needs them, and the recyclables get recycled.
Your neighbors are happy, and the planet is healthy.
What's number two?
We have enough trucks that we can come the day you call us.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is the world's largest junk removal service.
And that's good for your neighbors, and for the planet.
And for you, because we can come the day you call us.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward. When we say we want to lose weight, we mean fat, not muscle. New studies show up to 40% of the weight lost on the new meds is muscle, not fat. Keep your muscle, lose the fat with Awaken 180. Awaken180weightloss.com.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers, and you want to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
No one funks up the work microwave like these two. Fish again? You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Countdown is underway. Ohio State launching the Defend the Shoe strategy this year. Everything gets a little bit of an upgrade. Modernizing the tradition, stuff to look forward to, stuff to judge and critique and try to get fans off their butts. Maybe in a new way, not the old-fashioned way, which is just play well. But they're not waiting. They're moving forward. And they'll probably slap a sponsor on a lot of stuff to try to help monetize it a little bit. The man who's covered them for a long time very well, our friend Doug Lesmerises, Kings of the North, covering college football. My man, how you been?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Outstanding. Read into the quarterback battle for me. You've covered enough of these. What vibe are you getting?
Yeah, the interesting word to me is comfort right now, that they're talking about these guys being uncomfortable on purpose, like they're putting them in tough spots. The competition is doing that for them. And then I think it's in pursuit of them, the winner, being comfortable when it matters. But, I think they like this stuff. And now here's the thing, right? We've all been through enough of these quarterback battles. Ryan Day was talking about the idea of like guys looking over their shoulder and that kind of thing when you're in a competition. I felt like with JT Barrett and Cardale Jones in 2015, Urban Meyer talked about that a lot, and it didn't work out well. I think when we got to the season, those guys played like they were looking over their shoulder. Cardale did, I think, especially when he played 3 series and got benched in week 2 or whatever it was. So, like, I'm okay. I think looking over your shoulder in August is fine. I don't think it's a way to play in September. I still think it's going to be saying, but man, it's just like it feels like it cracks the door 1% every day. I'm like, could it be Lincoln Kienholz? Could it be Lincoln Kienholz? And then the thing that's interesting about this is down the road, like I think Tavian St. Clair like hovers over all of this, not for 2025, but for down the line. And then it's like, well, how does down the line affect right now? Maybe not at all, maybe some, I don't know, but it's pretty interesting, but I don't think fans should be worried yet. I don't think there's any reason to be worried. But, man, it's really interesting.
Yeah, no doubt. Doug, when we were listening to Coach Day's presser after practice today, he went down the road of the offensive line a little bit and talked about Austin Sierveld and the great offseason that he's had. And it sounded like, Doug, he's made maybe a move to left tackle for a little bit. I don't know if that's an experiment through our practice or if that's where they want him to be long term. What were your thoughts on that when it came to the offensive line, but specifically Austin and where he is right now?
I think again, I've been through enough of these guys. I can still remember when James Laurinaitis was an outside linebacker, and then it was like all of a sudden he was the middle linebacker. It was like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing here. And it's like, yeah, that was a good move. So this, like remember a couple of years ago, like DeJuan Jones, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're shuffling around the offensive line to make this work. And sometimes guys start on the left and move to the other side. That I think you always have to be on alert, even into August, for them to make moves to get their best guys in the best positions on the field. And I think I'd rather them do that than be like, well, this is it, we're locked in. Like the continued search, I think all this stuff, guys, is a search from desperation or is a search from strength. And it feels like maybe when you talk about Austin Sierveld, it's like, my gosh, this guy is a baller. Like that. It's not like, oh, what are we going to do? We don't have a left tackle. So if that's what it's in service of, then okay. And I'm talking with my good friend and co-host here, Bill Landis, just the idea of like they might have some really interesting depth in that offensive line room. Maybe these discussions do all this stuff. Does it come from strength or weakness? Does it come from the chance to get better or from desperation? I think both with quarterback and offensive line, it feels like it's coming from strength.
Doug, what's more likely in your mind? That they're actually playing for a championship again, that they make that game, or that something weird happens and they're struggling to avoid 3 losses?
Yeah, like last year was both. Something weird happened and they won the national championship. So it's like they're not mutually exclusive, right? So, we certainly have talked about that. I think the depth in the Big Ten is maybe the best I've ever seen it in my 20 years of being around the Big Ten. And so that's just a reality that I think Ohio State fans understand that, but you might have an idea in your head of like what playing Illinois, what playing Washington, what playing Minnesota means. And I would just say, don't underestimate those teams. And then you throw in the idea of, okay, the Michigan thing is real. Penn State is among the best teams in the country. Texas is ranked number 1. I probably, given that choice, would say maybe slightly more better chance if it gets a little loose with a lot of guys who haven't played before. But again, the point I would say to that is I think maybe they could be 9-2 and struggling to avoid a third loss and still get to the national championship game because it's really 2 different things, and we're all still wrapping our head around that reality.
What's the feel over there, Doug, when it comes to the defense and those guys getting used to a new defensive coordinator and Matt Patricia? Clearly they lost a ton of talent, but there's obviously a lot of talent in the building. But that it's always kind of a big, not big red flag, but a minor red flag for me when you're changing coordinators. How do you think those guys are feeling with that adjustment so far throughout the process?
Yeah, I do think probably 2 things that matter the most there. And it took me a while to sort of come around on this, but I do believe Ryan Day in this standpoint. One, right, Matt Patricia does what the personnel does best, so he'll fit the defense to that. But also, Tim Walton's still there. James Laurinaitis is still there. Larry Johnson is still there. Matt Guerrieri is still. It's not a new defensive side of the ball. It's a new guy calling it. And there's a lot of guys who haven't had chances to start yet there. And Ryan Day made it very clear with Patricia Heyer that was a big consideration. He wanted to keep his other defensive coaches. And so I do think we have to be cognizant when we talk about a new defensive coordinator that sometimes new defensive coordinator means new defensive staff, and that is not the case here. And so those linebackers know what James Laurinaitis wants. The linemen know what Larry Johnson wants. The corners know what Tim Walton wants. So I think for a lot of them, like, it maybe isn't that different. And then it's like, what's the call? But what we do every day in our room hasn't changed.
Doug Lesmeri's with us, Kings of the North, covering college football in Ohio State. It looks like they dodged a bullet with Edric Houston, right? But I just want to get your feeling on the defensive line as a whole. Do you feel right now it is the unit that at least has the most eyeballs on it as far as not knowing what it can be yet?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. And like, one guy can really matter, that we always know they probably want to go 5 or 6 deep at defensive tackle. So that Edric Houston is not a long-term injury. And Ryan Day was talking today of 48 hours or so he should be back doing what he needs to do. I can't even remember how many springs ago it was. It might have been like spring of 23, maybe. I can still just remember being at practice and watching Kenyatta Jackson bend off the edge and being like, man, I like how that looks. So I think it is very possible that Kenyatta Jackson is a rare thing at Ohio State, which is a guy who doesn't have the chance to pop until year 4. I think that's possible, but I just think Ohio State is constantly measured against itself. There's nobody really, you can measure them against Georgia, you can measure them against Oregon or whatever, but really it's about the Ohio State standard. I think every fan listening to this understands, okay, you lose the 4 guys you lost up front last year, you're taking a step back. But how can you gain that elsewhere? And then, by the way, could Kenyatta Jackson be out there looking like Vernon Golston? Yeah, I think that's on the table. I think that guy has a chance to be a rare dude.
Doug, in your opinion, if I remove Jeremiah and Carnell Tate off the board as the guys are going to be go-to pass catchers, when you've been around practice and looked at the things that they've stacked up this offseason on offense, like Max Clare, Brandon Ennis, maybe somebody else, who do you think needs to be that reliable third option on offense when we talk about catching the rock?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clearly Max Clare. I think you could he's clearly one of the best tight ends in the Big Ten, maybe the best tight end in the Big Ten, and he's among the best tight ends in the country. And I think maybe the best way to think about the Emeka Egbuka replacement in the slot is to think of it as Max Clare, because it really is, in the end, it's less about body type and it's more about who can work the middle of the field, who can find space against man coverage and zone coverage, who can run option routes, who can make tough catches with guys around him and give the quarterback a good target. And Emeka Egbuka was like a beast in the middle of, doing that kind of thing. And Max Clare has a chance to be, I think, as important to this offense as anybody not named Jeremiah Smith. So I think, and that's not news to anybody. We know what a high-profile transfer that was, but I think when you look at the way they've used the tight end in years past, like the receiver rooms have been so good. I think we might see a tight end-like season that we haven't seen in a while.
Final 10 seconds, Doug. Where were you picking in your Heisman draft, and who did you take?
I had the 4th pick. I took Cade Klubnik, and I took Jeremiah Love as my first 2 picks. So Jeremiah Smith was gone by the time that I picked, but I think Jeremiah Love at Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame is going to be good. And it's maybe not going to be quarterback driven. They have a young QB too, so I would tell people to watch out for him.
All right, my man. Good stuff. Thanks for making time for us, Doug. Hope to see you soon.
Thanks, fellas.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Doug Lesmeri's Kings of the North. Wow, Jeremiah Smith was gone in the first 3 picks in a quarterback driven award.
That doesn't surprise me, because I think if he balls out at a very high clip, right, I think it'll have the feel of him uplifting a young quarterback than the other way this year. So I think he'll get a little bit of that love.
We come back with Tell the Truth, Rothman Ice and the Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Choose
Choose from payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest, plus a free in-home window and energy assessment. Restrictions apply. Give them a call, 614-502-5220.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Juice box. I'm a mom.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check. Oh, hot sauce. Take it.
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins, a balloon. Wait one sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line, $100 per month on Experience Beyond. Finance agreement $829.99 and qualifying porting. For well-qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay out via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included. Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan.
He opens his toolbox before he opens his wallet and believes you can fix anything with 20 minutes and some pride. He's Mr. DIY, and when he needs metal, he goes to metal supermarkets. Artists, hobbyists, machine shops, maintenance professionals, and welders all count on metal supermarkets for over 8,000 metal products, shapes, and grades. If it's metal, they've got it or can get it for you. Cut to any size and ready fast. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Wealth Advisors. Get a complimentary second opinion to see if your portfolio is properly designed to achieve your goals before it's too late. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
Columbus, the Blue Jackets schedule is out. And you can lock in your seats with ticket plans starting at just 11 games. Don't miss a moment of the action. Visit BlueJackets.com.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Get 50% off all window styles, plus no interest until 2030. Visit windownation.com now.
All right, big man, take us home.
All right. Now, I know, well, I don't know, but I think I know what's going to be said back in the offices when there are no microphones around. But I want to know, in your heart of hearts, as we try to work around the YouTube here, we're going to have to pot it down a little bit.
No, not grow up, I know back the place I left.
right, it's like 5 seconds.
Okay.
All right, now we got to pot it down and talk
It's
over it.
not
banjo in the background I'm hearing?
It's not. So I look at sporting event songs as like what you'd want for your walk-up music. Like we've done that.
Yeah.
And so
Seven Nation Army.
And a lot of stuff is personal preference and all that stuff.
I saw the face, Matty Ice.
Like I'm saying, no one's going to be able to go to bat for that this sounds like a hype song. It's not. It's not a walk-up song. I'm not taking up for it because I don't know what it would be like. But this is not just hearing a song and judging it.
Ohio.
It's the context of the visuals in the stadium with maybe 102,000 Ohioans arm in arm, kind of just having pride in their state. And that's all I'm telling you. It's more of a pride song than it is a hype song. So I would reserve the right to judge it in its full context instead of just saying, oh, would I rather have this or Thunderstruck from AC/DC? Well, of course I'm going to take Thunderstruck. That's all I'm saying. It's not I don't think it's a motivational sports song. That's my early take on it.
Based off of what I'm hearing, the song itself is fine. It is. Like, I'm not mad at the song at all. It's the fit for me where I'm not feeling footballish right now when I hear this. But to your point, we got weeks to get this thing right. And this may turn into an absolute spectacle over there in a good way. I don't know.
It's kicking in.
But I just...
The banjos are going.
I'm trying to close my eyes and put myself in the shoe.
It's supposed to, I think,
don't know.
churn some emotion, not crazy motivation. Go kill them. I don't think it's that. It's designed for that.
I think that's what you want, though.
No.
I think that's what you want for a football game, right?
Well, yeah, but that's at the beginning, and this isn't playing at the beginning. This isn't team coming out of the tunnel.
Yeah, which I don't like, though. I don't like this being in when the game is at its highest peak of emotion.
And it may not be at its highest peak of emotion. Maybe they're up 42-0, and it's the end of the third, and all the Ohioans band together.
What if it's 14-14 going into the third quarter? You're not supposed to be losing.
Then you know what I'm going to go with, Matty? I'm going to go with what Ross touted today. Situational. The people at the controls will have to read the moment. I think that's what I heard today. I don't think they're locked into, okay, end of the third quarter, play the song, jump around. I don't think that's it. I think
Let's all sing the song we've never heard before.
It's a fluid situation. I think it's supposed to be a little.
That is a fair point.
Like a Carmen, Ohio.
You got 10 people in an aisle, 2 people know it. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't give off, hey, we're here at a football game. Let's party and have a good time. Like I said, the song is fine. It's not the song. It's the fit of the song. And to me, right now, I'm not seeing the vision. But it's August 5th. And my mind may be blown in 25 days when I hear that for the first time. And they don't have a roof. But, if the roof comes off the building.
It's I don't think that's what is. I don't think this specific part of what Ross talked about today is blow the figurative roof off the building. And I don't believe it. I mean, it's like Jurassic Park. I mean, you're meant to defend me against these characters, and the only thing I've got going on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer. I'm not here to play lawyer for them. I'm just here to tell you that full context, situational, not designed to be a run through the brick wall song, not a here comes the team out of the ramp to start the Texas game. That's not the fit of this. It's not supposed to be. I don't believe. I think it's one of those Ohioans band together.
You love this.
And
you're in. Maybe you're in.
The question is that
I thought I was explaining myself okay.
Don't you have
okay.
that?
I'm just saying, you're in. You explained yourself very well.
That's very nice.
Thank you. All right.
Not that.
It wouldn't be my walk-up music. I told you that.
Isn't that what Hang On Sloopy is, though?
Yeah, but they're trying to not make it as predictable. Everything's moving around. Everything's
it's really unpredictable when no one knows the words.
They're going to read the moment. How many times can you hear Seven Nation Army?
If you want people to really wrap their
Crazy Train,
you got to have a lyrics card on every seat. If you want, seriously, if you want this to turn into a tradition, that's what you have.
Here's a towel and a lyrics card. It's going to be
the seventh inning stretch where the cookie's going to be bouncing on top of the lyrics.
Damn, I forgot my lyrics card. I got to go back.
No, I'm saying it should be there every week. They make enough money over there.
Put the lyrics on the back of the towel.
Something. Have people studying this song for 25 days?
Put the lyrics on the towel.
It's not a terrible idea.
Picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
What in the world?
Oh, man.
You want the amphetamines ones instead? Yeah.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
I like that.
Thank you.
Lloyd Bridges.
All right. I'm out on Thursday and Friday. I'm going to Wisconsin to visit my brother.
Okay.
We're flying into Chicago.
Okay.
We're going to spend an afternoon in Chicago and then hit up Milwaukee, visit him and wherever he lives in, whatever there is to do there. What should we be doing on our afternoon in Chicago? Is Millennium Park all that? I know we're doing a boat tour, so we'll get to...
You're taking Chicago by land, air, and sea?
That's right.
All right.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
I mean, listen, if you go to the lake, you go to the Bean, it's fine. An afternoon. You're not going to a game, obviously.
No. My brother wants us to spend like 8 hours there.
You're not going to a museum.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. When is this happening?
This will be Thursday.
All right. We got a day to craft something for you.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm also going to Milwaukee. Have you had a Kringle? Come on, you're a Chicago guy. That's not far away.
No.
Apparently, it's this.
What's a Kringle?
Apparently, it's some Wisconsin dessert.
I don't think I know about this.
I've been trying to do some
Kringle.
research so I can go up there prepared, and it looks good.
It's a dessert?
It's some Danish. It's like
Danish pastry.
It's like a giant oval.
Yeah.
I don't
Filled
know.
with sweet ingredients like fruit, nuts, or cream cheese.
Okay. Sounds fantastic.
Sure.
No, I've never had that. Never had that.
And here's me hosting with Tim May, where he dropped a very timely reference on me.
Did you see what was the Mamas and the Papas on Ed Sullivan? I just saw this.
Goodness gracious.
The Mamas and the Papas.
Oh, man.
I don't think they're playing that at the shoe, but maybe Tim May can. If anyone can get that done,
it would be
Mamas
Tim
and
May.
the Papas.
On Ed Sullivan.
California. When UCLA comes in,
By the way,
Mamas and the Papas.
I'll play it again. Keep in mind, he's talking to a 26-year-old when he asked this question.
Did you see what was the Mamas and the Papas on Ed Sullivan? I just saw this.
But you know California Dreamin'.
Yeah.
Like, if you heard the song, you just wouldn't know.
That's what I told him. I said, you're just lucky I know who all those people are.
Before we go, if you missed anything from our show, don't worry. You can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you have to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3. We'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the pod as well. Common Man and Timmy coming up next. Adam King back for some Mo filling in for Timmy Hall.
We'll hit you at high noon tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Hugs from patients, like Patrick. It's something QC Kinetics medical professionals experience every day.
I hugged them. You should hug somebody who does that for you. They gave me my life back, and I really didn't know where I was going to go because I was definitely afraid of having a knee replacement done.
No surgery, no downtime with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. They give patients relief from joint pain using their own healing properties to repair and restore damaged tissue. And the results? Well, that's why we see a lot of hugs at QC Kinetics.
Everything is back that I thought I was never going to be able to do again. I'm still smiling, and sometimes it gets emotional. I get a tear in my eye because of how I was before I went in there.
Those smiles and hugs never get old at QC Kinetics. It means patients are finally getting relief. And now, it's your turn. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate for these amazing treatments.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
380-208-4544.
The roof of your home protects what matters most in your life. Your family, your memories, your peace of mind. So when it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy on why she chose Newman Roofing over all the rest.
We had interviewed and talked with several other roofing companies around the city. The salesperson that came to speak with us was extremely knowledgeable, answered questions, took his time with us. We were happy to make Newman our choice.
And you'll have peace of mind knowing that on the day of the installation, we'll give you and your home the respect it deserves.
The guys arrived right on time. The crew leader came and talked with us, let us know what they were going to be doing. He was here all day with the crew. That in itself was very impressive.
If you're thinking about your roofing or siding, give Newman Roofing a call today.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward. When we say we want to lose weight, we mean fat, not muscle. New studies show up to 40% of the weight lost on the new meds is muscle, not fat. Keep your muscle, lose the fat with Awaken 180. Awaken180weightloss.com.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with a team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I've got a public service announcement for your taste buds. The legendary Sanders Bumpy Cake is finally here in Ohio. Yes, that Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. Rich devil's food cake topped with smooth buttercream bumps and smothered in thick chocolatey fudge. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. It's the dessert you didn't know you needed until now. Perfect for your next barbecue, tailgate, or a family function. And if you've never had one of these, well, trust me, once you try it, you're going to be hooked. Grab your Sanders Bumpy Cake today at Kroger or Meijer and taste what the hype's all about.
Reds fans' Grammy Award-winning band Train is coming to Great American Ballpark on August 13th as part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. Cheer on your Reds as they close out the series against the Phillies and stick around after the game for a live set from Train. Plus, you can upgrade your access to a pit field pass for an up-close view of Train. For tickets and more information, visit reds.com/concerts.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers, tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
Broadcasting